Understanding women and increasing your dating success starts with Donovan Sharpe's massive collection of award-winning books and courses. Get off to a fast start and jumpstart your masculine renaissance with the 49 Laws of Sharpe. The 49 Laws of Sharpe is the perfect quick start guide for any man new to this community looking for the answers that keep them up at night after a bad experience with a woman. So many men ask themselves, why did she cheat? How could I not see this coming? Why did I miss the signs? And how can I avoid this in the future? The 49 Laws of Sharpe will answer these questions and many more. This will give you a rock-solid foundation upon which to build, develop, and cultivate your newfound identity, and put you miles ahead of your competition. Most men have never had access to this valuable information, let alone understand and apply it. But the 49 Laws of Sharpe will give you an unfair advantage over men and women. This treasure trove of valuable knowledge is available in audio, video, ebook, and paperback. Next, supplement your newly acquired foundational knowledge, supercharge your dating life with Donovan's 25-hour course, How to Master the Game. How to Master the Game will teach you the ins and outs of the player life, overcoming approach anxiety, identifying women who you want to approach, text game, first date principles and logistics, avoiding the friend zone, and so much more will be covered extensively. Also included are the bonus podcasts that will cover how to dress, Tinder game, and much more. Put simply, How to Master the Game will turn you into a stone-cold assassin with the ladies. Available in video and audio format. If you're not the kind of guy who wants to live the bachelor life, or you've had your fill of the player life and are looking for something a little more fulfilling, How to Build a Quality Woman from the Ground Up is a must. Donovan's 5-part, 7-hour audio course will show you step-by-step how to find, cultivate, and sustain a solid, healthy relationship. Everything from selecting the right woman, to coaching and correction, to what to do between the sheets. How to Build a Quality Woman from the Ground Up will guide you through the entire process of building the kind of woman you want and need. The strategies and techniques in this course are exactly what Donovan does in his own relationship to this day. And he is living proof that women can be beneficial to men provided they have the right instruction. And finally, the ultimate weapon all men are looking for in terms of being able to read and understand women, Donovan Sharpe's revolutionary, one-of-a-kind course that has been called the Cheat Code, Womanese. Womanese is the first and only course of its kind that gives men the raw and honest truth about what women really mean when they communicate verbally. Womanese translates female communication with shocking accuracy and has changed the dating lives and relationships of men the world over. So many men have avoided disaster because of the preciseness and sheer volume of material in this course, which contains over 600 translations. How cool would it be to be able to see through a woman's BS and act accordingly right then and there, rather than getting blindsided when it's too late? What would it be like to have the ability to read a woman like a book based only on what she says? These abilities will be at your disposal with Womanese. Women won't be able to lie to you, cheat on you, deceive you, or take advantage of you. The time and money you'll save pays for the course almost immediately. Womanese is available in video, audio, ebook, and paperback format and can be purchased one volume at a time or all at once. Men in his community often state that the best investment a man can make is in himself. Donovan's extensive educational materials will take your life to the next level. And the only place you can get this life-changing knowledge is tsracademy.com. Link in description.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. Testing. All right, guys, appreciate that.
A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your end.
Hang on, guys. 2 seconds.
A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man, Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 885th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity, misogyny, and small sausage energy. It is Wednesday, October 26th of 2022. It is good to have you guys in today. As always, we are multi-streaming live simultaneously to Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, MGTOW.TV, Manosphere.tv, DLive, Rumble, and of course in crystal clear high-resolution 4K to Sharp stream, which is absolutely free on the App Store and the Google Play Store for iOS and Android. So however you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharp Reality Live a part of your daily routine. Quick announcements before we get started here. Be sure to like the video if you enjoy the video. If you like my channel, make sure you subscribe. If you have a strong opinion, whether you agree or not, drop me a comment and let me know what you think. And last but not least, share this video with anyone with a Y chromosome if you think they can use this particular content. If you're not getting notifications from YouTube when I go live, and let's face it, you're not, the solution is to download the Sharp Stream app and you'll never miss another live stream notification. The app is absolutely free. It is available for iOS and Android. Now, when you download the app, not only do you get all of the push notifications, you also get access to all of my premium live content absolutely free. My dating show breakdowns, my exclusive streams, Red Pill Theater, where I do play-by-play breakdowns, from movies from a Red Pill perspective, and everything else that is not safe for YouTube. Again, you can watch all of this for free when you download the app. Okay, you guys asked for it, and I have delivered. I have finally started my play-by-play breakdowns of the hit Netflix dating show Love is Blind Season 3. This cast of characters so far has proven to be extremely interesting, unrealistic, lost, entertaining, you name it. One girl who looks to be pushing 300 pounds calls herself a foodie who isn't interested in working out or eating right, but likes tall guys who are in shape. Another lady is a sex worker who also teaches Pilates. And a 31-year-old who said that her ovaries were screaming, which means she clearly has the baby rabies. And if you think the men on the show have learned from the past mistakes of Mark, Shane, maybe Jarrett, think again. They are every bit as clueless as one could expect. So, Season 3 appears to be both the best and the worst season of Love is Blind, which bodes well for all of us. You guys can watch me break those down line by line, every episode, play by play, every weekday afternoon at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern, exclusively on Sharp Stream, which again is absolutely free to download, and it is available for iOS and Android. If you want access to the replays of the absolute massive archive of my dating show play-by-plays, my movie play-by-plays, and over 30,000 hours of content not found anywhere, become a Sharp Stream member and or a patron for less than 17 cents a day. As a Sharp Stream member or a patron, you also get access to the podcast versions of my live stream, just like this one, which is all of the content without any of the small talk, shilling, or me running my mouth about things you care nothing about, like my sponsors, my ebooks, and my bowling scores, which weren't so hot last night. To sign up, go to sharpstream.com or patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Shout out to my snipers on the Sharp Stream side, Mark Whitmore, Charles 1911. Good to see you in here. We've got a newcomer and player in training. Also a newcomer. Thank you guys very, very much for joining the family. Geeky Anomaly reports that Elon Musk has arrived on site at Twitter HQ. Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Shout out to my sharpshooters. My sharpshooters on the YouTube side. Rowan Oric, Omar Laris says that is the look of defeat. Yeah, we're gonna get into Hafiz, man. This is gonna be boy, oh boy. The reason why I'm coming back to this is because I had somebody write in, and they told me this. Said, Donovan, we loved your take on Hafiz. We loved the fact that you broke this down. We liked your take on the Just Pearly Things interview, but you didn't really get into the nitty gritty, right? They said you didn't really get into the good stuff with Coach Greg Adams and talking about God and all that other kind of stuff. So I said, okay, all right, okay, I am absolutely good with that. So I'm going to go ahead and continue with this breakdown, and also, I'd like to get you guys' opinion on God and the red pill. Coach Greg Adams says that there is no God in marriage. I am inclined to agree. That bothers me that my lips aren't on. Figure that out. I'm inclined to agree. But I do know that, some of you guys out here are religious, and I don't want to be disrespectful to anyone's religion, but me, I'm sort of a cross between maybe agnostic and atheist. I would love to have my mind changed. Yeah. So, listen, man, let me go ahead and put the Zoom link. I'm going to go ahead and put the Zoom link in the copy the invite link. Okay, there you go. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the invite link. I'm going to pin it. I'm going to pin the link in the chat. There we go. I pinned it. Not going to open up the phone lines. I think I'm just going to do Zoom. If you want to jump on in, it's Zoom. But before we get all that started, got a couple of stories that I would like to cover. Of course, we are going to get to the girls behaving. We're going to get to the girls behaving badly. Bitches basically getting out of pocket when getting arrested. However, Devin actually sent me this story from Yahoo entitled "Tom Brady and the Selfishness of Conventional Masculinity." Now, clearly, I think, unless you're living under a rock, I think most people in the free world are well aware of what appears to be the impending divorce between Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen. The Reader's Digest version of their relationship is they've been together for 13 years. I think they have 3 kids. Brady has a child by another actress back when he was younger, Bridget Moynihan. I think that's his name, or that's her name. So Brady, Tom and Gisele, storybook romance. She's the supermodel. He's the all-world, professional athlete that everybody knows. But Brady retired, then he unretired, and it appears that they're both headed for divorce. And so Devin found me this article, Tom Brady and the Selfishness of Conventional Masculinity. Interestingly enough, it looks like it is written by a guy. It looks like it's written by a man, Albert Samaha. And I apologize, Albert, if I have butchered the saying of your last name. So you can see that picture on the left. That's Brady when he was first with New England. He was a little puffier, still had the baby fat. The article starts, across America, football coaches trying to inspire young players tell stories about Tom Brady. They say that because he was slow, unathletic, and unremarkable in college, NFL teams picked 198 other players before him in the 2000 selection draft. They describe his underwhelming physique in a shirtless scouting photo from April of 2000 that has become the symbol of Brady's legendary trajectory, a reminder that the game's brightest minds passed up on his talents because the special qualities he possessed weren't visible in snapshots, statistics, or stopwatches. Very well said. He began his pro career as a little-known backup, then worked hard enough to become arguably the greatest football player of all time. Brady's true grift, Brady's true gift, these coaches might say, is his relentless devotion to his craft. He goes to bed before 9, wakes up at 5:30 a.m., and studies game film in his free hours. He avoids eating tomatoes, mushrooms, dairy, and gluten. He spends chunks of his spring and summer off seasons organizing workouts with teammates to ensure they stay sharp between official practices. There we go. For most of his career, he agreed to a lower salary so that his team would have more money to sign to other talented players. Brady himself attributes his professional success to how much he is willing to sacrifice for his job. On a recent podcast interview, he said, quote, "I almost look at football season like I'm going away on deployment for the military." He subsequently apologized. Oh boy. What are you willing to do and what are you willing to give up to be the best you can be? Brady says in the 2018 Facebook Watch series, Tom vs. Time. If you're going to compete against me, you've got to be willing to give up your life because I'm giving up mine. Wow. He is. Brady embodies a trope as old as the patriarchy. The honorable provider who clocks in even when he doesn't feel like it, gives his fullest effort every second, and rises up the ranks of his industry, securing his family's financial well-being. He bears this burden for his loved ones, he will tell you, and he appreciates their unyielding support because after a long day of providing, a man needs a warm embrace to come home to. Winning the Super Bowl meant a lot for my family, Brady says in Tom vs. Time, knowing what all my family put into it. He is, in telling, a martyr for a righteous cause. As long as he thrives at work, pays the bills, and refrains from any abusive behavior, he fulfills the obligations of being a good man. Many men hold on to that standard even though it's a relic from a world that no longer exists. Women can make their own money now. A male provider is no longer an essential and inevitable component of a stable household. Oh boy. Let's stop right there. Do you see what this dude just did in this article? Do you see what this dude did in this article just now? He literally just said that because women can make their own money, that a male provider is not necessary. Guys, I'm here to tell you, just because they can provide for you financially, just because women can provide for themselves financially, does not mean that a man is not needed in the house. All right, looks like we've got somebody on Zoom. We got Geeky Anomaly coming to us from Vegas. Geeky, what's going on, bro?
Hey, Donovan, good to see you.
Yeah,
got
you too,
a little
man.
extra time today. Nice to catch a live stream.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, with the Hafiz thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me just step into the shade here.
No, you're okay.
With the Hafiz thing, there's no court anywhere in the United States that's going to use the Bible
Yes.
as a means to address
There you go.
the marriage. It
Yes.
will not happen.
Right.
So I don't know. I saw that portion because Sosnick highlighted it and
Yep.
put it on his channel. And so where the heck is he getting this idea that, oh, she's a Christian and I'm a Christian and we get divorced, they're going to walk into the courtroom and there's going to be a minister there.
Right.
Mediate everything.
Right.
It just will not happen.
Dude, to me, Geeky, it's wishful thinking. And I think what Hafiz is guilty of what a lot of people in this space who consume this content are guilty of. We bitch and moan about, we talk about, well, it shouldn't be that way. God should be in our marriages. It should be, we understand that. And it would be very nice. It would be very nice if there was a God, if he could rule over our marriages. But he isn't. And he's not, because when you walk into that courtroom, that divorce court or family court, dude, the only reason they have the Bible is if you're swearing to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God. Yep. But God's not going to help you when that gavel hits and you're responsible for another 18 years of child support.
Exactly, and I believe in God, and it would be really nice to find a fellow Christian woman to marry. But I know that the reality is, when you have a conversation about things like marriage and divorce,
yep,
you can't involve God because
Nope.
you need to have a conversation that everyone can get in on, and that includes atheists as well.
Yep,
because they're affected by the same law.
Yeah, well, listen, and like I said, I don't want to disrespect I don't want to disrespect anybody's religion, but yeah, like, I mean, we can all want a good Christian woman, but Christian women are some of the biggest hoes out there to begin with, right? Women who, listen, trust me, women who claim to put God first, dude, those are some of the biggest hoes out there. Like, real talk. I don't know if that's what you've experienced, but trust me, I knew a lot of church girls or religious women in Vegas that, dude, gave up the butt quicker than the heathens out here. I'll give you the last word, Geeky.
No, that's everything. But yeah, it's just I just don't get Hafiz, man. I just don't. I think here's my theory. All right,
okay,
here's
all
my
right.
last word.
Let's hear it.
I think ever since he interviewed Jordan Peterson, he
Okay.
don't get me wrong, I like Jordan Peterson.
Yep.
I got both his books, but I think he's basically kissing Jordan Peterson's butt because he's starting to sound a lot just like him.
Yep.
Ever since he interviewed him, so I think he's like trying to keep up that appearance.
Yeah, maybe he wants to be the black Jordan Peterson. I mean, listen, he can try, but he just doesn't. And I'm not trying to say Hafiz is dumb, but he lacks the intellectual fortitude that Jordan Peterson has. It's just not going to happen that way. So,
see you, Donovan.
all right, appreciate that. Geeky Anomaly in the house, always chiming in as usual. Very, very valued member of my community. Appreciate that very much. Let's continue with this article here. Traditional gender roles are now a choice. Oh, here we go. In a typical heteronormative partnership, a man who channels all his energy into professional work denies that freedom of ambition to the woman who is left behind to handle all the unpaid labor he ignores. Unpaid labor. See, again, this is a man who clearly is influenced by a woman. We just got done breaking down the movie Tully. And the movie in a nutshell was basically a woman got so stressed out, and there are going to be spoilers, so if you don't want to hear spoilers, hit the mute button. But this woman was so stressed out because she had to handle everything on her own that her brain, her schizophrenic brain created another human as a cope. And it was this younger girl named Tully. Come to find out, this younger girl, Tully, was just a figment of her imagination. It was a figment of her imagination the entire time. It was just a younger version of her. And so that's what the movie implied. This woman was so stressed out that the husband's working 13, 14 hours a day. He comes home and he plays video games and he goes to sleep. That's how it was characterized, as though a man's financial contribution plays no role, right? So now we come from handle all the unpaid labor he ignores. Giselle did not. Those are her children, okay? Those are her children. This idea that women who take care of their children, it's looked at as unpaid labor, that just tells you what our culture really thinks of children. Our culture is all about for the children, we got to do it for the kids. Yet we have parents who swear on their kids, right? We've got parents who are OnlyFans, they're OnlyFans content creator. They have children. Nobody gives a damn about the children until it comes to the talking points, right? So if in our culture's mind, taking care of your children should be something to be paid for, that's what we got this all wrong. Number one. Number two, it's not unpaid labor. Giselle probably has an army of nannies and housekeepers to keep everything afloat. This is not a typical situation. An act of selfishness cloaked in proclamations of selflessness. Wow. Brady's wife, multi-millionaire Brazilian fashion model Gisele Bündchen, doesn't need a provider. Yet, even though she has earned more money than him overall, she also oversaw all of their household matters. In an interview with Howard Stern, Brady recounted that in 2018, Bündchen wrote him a letter expressing frustration with the imbalance his work habits created. She didn't feel like I was doing my part for our family, he said. She felt like I would play football all season and she would take care of the house, and all of a sudden, when the season ended, I would be like, great, let me get into all of my other business activities. Let me get into my football training. And she's sitting there going, well, when are you going to do things for the house? When are you going to take the kids to school and do that? In February, Brady announced that he was retiring from football to focus my time and energy on other things that require my attention. He acknowledged the lingering disparity in his marriage. This is them. They're a little bit younger. I always came off the field and home to the most loving and supportive wife who has done everything for our family to allow me to focus on my career, he wrote in a statement. Her selflessness allowed me to reach new heights professionally. Let me stop right there. This is what see, here's the deal. Brady would be where he is with or without Gisele. Okay? He won 3 Super Bowls before he got engaged to Gisele Bündchen. He won another 4 after. Okay? Men, we don't need women to be successful. Brady, trust me, Brady would still have 7 rings with or without Gisele. But the fact that he had a doting, dutiful wife who supported his hyperdrive for success, that definitely helped him. I say all the time, I could have gotten here with or without Devin, but I'm not going to sit here and say that having her in my life certainly sped up the process from going where I was to where I am now. I would have gotten here without her, but with her, it's made it a lot more enjoyable and a lot faster. I can acknowledge that. Brady didn't need Gisele to succeed in football. He already had that in him. A month later, the article continues, he announced that he had changed his mind and would return for another season. Bündchen expressed concerns about the decision in an interview with Elle. I would like him to be more present, she said. I have definitely had those conversations with him over and over again. This fall, a few weeks into the NFL season, the New York Post reported that Brady and Bündchen have hired divorce lawyers. Devin thinks that this is posturing. She thinks this is posturing, and I think there's probably something to what she's saying. I think Gisele Bündchen, I think this is the ultimate shit test. I think it's the ultimate shit test. Well, Tom passed the shit test, and now he has a divorce lawyer. Brady struggles to find the balance necessary for an equal partnership reflect a toxic byproduct of conventional masculinity that has stunted the emotional development of many men, me included. Oh, because he includes himself, it's legit, right? While women with professional ambitions grew up reckoning with the fraught expectations over how to juggle work and personal life, men have long carried the privilege of never having to consider such a compromise. So never mind that men, we die for women, we compete for women, we work, we work for women, we invent for women, we innovate for women. Now they want the privilege of having to juggle a work and personal life. Yeah, it's not all peaches and cream, guys. It's not all peaches and cream. Choices have costs. Choices have consequences. That's really what it comes down to. Kyle 2020 on the YouTube side says he hates himself as a man. Yeah, I think he does too. I think this guy hates himself as a man, and it's a damn shame. So basically, this article, wow, this is a very long article. Oh boy, I had no idea this article was this long. So I think what it really comes down to is, Kyle 2020 says this writer's a slave. Yeah, yep. I do, guys. I tell you this all the time. Gone are the days where women come after us. Women don't have to come after us anymore. It could have very easily been a woman who wrote this particular article, but it wasn't. It's a man now. Men are now speaking out against conventional masculinity like it's a bad thing. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. There is no more, as a red pill aware man, the most dangerous thing you can do is become close friends with someone who's blue pilled. That's all there is to it. And I'll leave it right there. Health as well says Brady is worth more money now, but they never mention that. Yep. Devin on the YouTube side says she married the GOAT and wonders why he's a workaholic. Yes, exactly. Like Gisele, listen, I'm not saying that she was never all in. She had to be all in, but dude, this is who you married, sweetie. Like, it's Tom Brady. Like, this is the way the guy's made. DJ BFit says, yo, Donovan, Giselle was spotted on the beach of Miami with Pete Davidson. I don't know. I don't really care about all of that. I mean, Giselle can... Yeah, she can do what he wants. She can do what she wants, but she's never going to do any better than Tom Brady. She's never, ever, ever she's never going to do better than Tom Brady. And unfortunately, she doesn't realize it. She will. She'll figure it out at some point. She will realize it, but unfortunately for her, she's not. Okay, let's go to our next story. So the next few videos were sent by TJ. TJ is a longtime TSR contributor for years. Dude, since 2018, he has sent me over 650, a combination of articles, stories, videos, etc., etc. And so he sent me a few where women are behaving very, very badly while getting arrested. Let's take a look and listen.
15th, 2022. A Racine County Sheriff's deputy was monitoring traffic when they observed a vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed in Racine, Wisconsin. The deputy's laser unit displayed a speed of 43 miles per hour in a posted 30 mile per hour zone.
That's not
We're
that
going to
bad.
be at the mobile gas station off of Spring and Osborne.
The driver was identified as 31-year-old Kelly Zeminski and the passenger as 37-year-old Joshua Zeminski.
Okay.
Upon approaching
Is that her husband or her brother? I don't know.
the vehicle, the deputy noticed 4 children in the back seat when the vehicle only had 3 seatbelts in the back.
What does that plate come back to?
Uh-oh.
Hi! Can you roll down this back window? Hi guys.
Uh-oh.
So I'm Deputy Bill from Racine County Sheriff's Office. I pulled you over for your speed. You know how fast you're going? What? So 44 and a 30. Copy, thank you.
Definitely going to take that before and dispute it because that's not what the doctor said.
Of course you are.
That's fine.
I mean, it's fine. You can give me the ticket. Oh, that's just my insurance stuff.
Yeah, I need your driver's license.
So the bitch keeps talking.
Who's the registered owner?
I am.
You're the registered owner?
Yeah, I'm still waiting on my plates to come in the mail, but...
Uh-oh. Oh, boy. She doesn't have plates. Here we go.
The what?
I gave my title to his mom.
What's our car?
The registration.
I gave it to
Oh,
her.
this
It's
is-
in my goddamn hand.
Okay, sounds good. So you're Kelly?
Yep.
Okay. Do you have your
Then I
driver's
gave her the
license?
ID. I gave it to her.
She's looking for...
For your ID?
Oh, no, I don't have an ID on me.
Okay.
She has a license. I don't need to give you my name.
You just said it's your car.
It's my
It's both cars.
Oh, here we go, guys. Guys, what is happening? What is happening is that people start getting confrontational with cops. Now, listen, man, I'm not trying to make this a white person versus a black person, right? I'm not trying to make this white people versus black people, but dude, real talk, like real rap, black people don't talk to cops like this. Like, dude, they're both mouthing off to him. He's like, I gave you it's in your goddamn hand. You don't have to give me, I don't have to give you my ID. I don't have to tell you my name. Shit.
I never said it was my car. It's both cars.
Yeah, Herbert Kolakowski says, no plates, speeding, unbelted kids in the back. Yep.
I'm a
my
husband.
car.
I don't know why you're being so argumentative with me.
Because I have to go to work.
Right.
I don't have time for that.
You're going to work with all the
Oh.
kids?
We're going home.
I'm taking them home and then I'm going to work. I work at 8 p.m. I have to shower and stuff. I took my kids to the beach because that's what we do on holidays.
Okay, all right. How old are the kids?
How does that, man?
What?
Don't know.
He just asked her, why does that matter? He just asked her, why does that matter? And then the sound cut out. Let's go back. Let's go back here. Let's just go back. This is unbelievable. And I know I've disappeared, guys. I'm working on it.
Yeah,
But just
I have to
watch.
shower and stuff. I took my
Watch.
kids to the beach because that's what we do on holidays.
Okay, all right. How old are the kids?
How does that, man?
See? He's like, why does that matter? What the fuck do you mean, why does it matter?
You don't know the age of your own
We have a lot of kids. Is this shit necessary? Why did it take this much?
Oh, boy. See, he's getting confrontational, man.
Restaurant at the Riverview Manor, 580 Madison.
When did you buy the car?
A life alert alarm
What?
Contact was made.
A month ago?
Would you like me to call the guy that sold it to us?
Oh, he's being a smartass. You see, now he's being a smartass. You want to call the guy that sold it to her? No. Don't need to.
Can you have that stuff? Do you have any weapons in the car you know about?
No.
No? Okay. Any drugs in the car?
No.
No? No marijuana?
No.
No cocaine? No heroin?
I said no to drugs, that's a no.
Oh, yeah. She's
alcohol, no
she's,
guns, no weapons, no knives, no drugs, no weed. I got some prescription pills.
Don't
Uh-oh.
reach for anything. Okay?
Ooh.
You guys are just being argumentative, and that's a little
You're
weird
asking
to
a
me.
bunch of fucking questions that ain't.
Oh, my God.
For speeding. You got a name, you see the insurance, you see the registration. And you're still questioning how old are my kids, this and that.
Well, I only ask because they have to be in car seats, and there's 4 of them in a 3-person seat.
Okay,
Dude.
I got a car seat in the trunk. Can you put a car seat in this kind of car and fit all these kids in here?
Oh, dude. Dude, I'm going to tell you what. What the hell happened to my camera? I'm going to tell you guys what, man. Hold up a second. I will tell you guys what. Yo. Shade says cops are testy for sure. Listen, cops can be testy, but dude, if you had been watching from the start, these two people were adversarial and controversial, and they were adversarial from the start. Every time she asked a question, well, why is this necessary? Ay.
Well, you don't have the space to fit
Obviously
in the back
not.
seat.
That's why the car seat
So
ain't
it's
here.
illegal.
Then why do I take it for that too?
Okay. So do these kids?
No, she's gonna-
You just have the one
Oh boy.
seat then, or
I got booster seats at home.
okay?
I
Are
got a car seat.
Are those your kids?
They're
Or?
all my kids.
Okay. Do you have your ID on you?
I don't need to give you my ID.
Yes, you do.
Yes,
Your
By
kids.
law.
5'9". Can I have a cover? They're being argumentative.
Oh, here we go.
I don't have an ID on me. I said it 5 fucking times. My name is Joshua Zeminski.
Oh boy.
I tried to give her my prescription pills, had my name on it. But by law, she told me, by law, you have a driver's license.
40 is fine.
Oh, yeah,
I wasn't
yeah,
driving.
yeah,
You have a license.
How do you spell your first name, sir?
Joshua.
Joshua.
Yeah.
Joshua. Your middle initial.
Joseph. J.
J. Your last name.
Basil Denson says he's going to jail. I mean, it depends. He might have she called for backup.
Z-I-M-I-N.
Here's the thing, though. Guys, there has to be something underlying because they were traveling at a high rate of speed. They have bad tags. There's kids in the back.
Zeminski.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your date of birth?
Oh, okay. They mute the sound when there's proprietary information.
See my prescription pills from the doctor?
They're fine.
Oh, no, I took them out.
You gave me your name. I don't need to see your prescription.
I'm frustrated. I got a lot of shit going on. Fucking.
Dude, oh my God. Devin says he's talking himself into jail. Yes, he is.
I don't got time to do it.
This is bad.
All right. Well, why don't you guys just stay in the car for me? All right. I'll be right back. Thank you.
Yeah, dude.
They're being extremely argumentative.
Yeah, listen, man. Look, I know cops get a bad rap because of stuff that we all know. But you guys got to understand, these guys are dealing with people, and most people, I would imagine, are probably pretty civil. But when you pull over somebody and they're just argumentative and just being fucking assholes, guess what, man? Cops are people too. You can't expect to talk to a cop just any old kind of way, but then expect them to give you the benefit of the doubt. Right? Menin says cops seemed cool in this scenario. He was questioning her why he was questioning her. No, you can't do that. I mean, you can, but dude. Dylan Bacon says this is why you have the right to remain silent, because people be running their mouths and taking themselves to jail. Yo, this is something that, and guys, as someone who has been arrested more times than I'm willing to admit, okay? When the cops tell you you have the right to remain silent, what they mean is you have a right to shut the fuck up. Too many people, just like Dylan said, too many people talk themselves into jail. That's exactly what's going to happen with this guy.
She said I didn't pull her over for speed.
Would you stop
for speed.
Okay.
So 43 and a 30. So she was argumentative right off the start. And then there's 4 kids in the back seat and no car seats. There's a 3-person seat back there.
4 kids in the back. Uh-oh.
What's their problem?
We're only going to write 2 tickets for the 2 kids that are young enough to be car seats, right? The other 2 are...
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. You still, like I said, you still have 2 of them. Saying, don't write me tickets for all 4, that's only 2 kids. Gotcha. Hey, I don't want us to smell like...
Too bad we don't have a canine. Too bad we don't have a canine.
Yeah, right?
Kelly and Joshua have an extensive criminal record.
Oh, there we are. King Lai says people looking to get their quota right now for the year, so they're lucky they're not at NYC right now. Yeah, right?
But they are mainly known for their involvement in the Kenosha protests and riots in August 2020.
Oh, wow.
Both were seen starting fires and blocking law enforcement vehicles during the riots.
Oh, boy.
As well as Joshua firing a gunshot in the air.
Oh, my God. These people are fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah. They're like the same color. You can't see inside at all. And then when I first stopped him, I didn't even approach the car. He's hanging out the window. Why'd you stop us? Yada, yada, yada.
Oh, see? You see that? See that? She's approaching the car. The guy's like, why'd you stop us? It's almost like he's trying to preemptively, yeah.
Okay, so we got the information from Walmart.
She can't drive with all 4 kids in the car like that, so I guess she can't go anywhere either.
Uh-oh, see that? And had they just been a little more civil, the officer would have said, okay, look, I'm going to give you a warning. Get the car, like, the officer would have been like, dude, if you have the car seat in the back, put the car seat in the back, strap the kids in, and, just be careful, slow down. But no, they're running off at the mouth, and now they're going to get the riot act read to them.
No, we're on a traffic stop. Oh. What? What for what?
How long does it take to make some tickets?
Oh, boy. This is bad news when, oh, my God.
How long does it take just to make some tickets?
As long as it needs to.
Thank you. The dude is like, how long does it take to write a ticket or whatever? He's like, as long as it needs to. These guys are not doing themselves any favors. Oh, boy.
He said, how long does it take to write some tickets? I said, as long as it needs to.
Oh, my God.
That's their tent. Thank you.
Which window?
The front and the back.
Can you roll up your front window a little bit?
Can I roll up my window?
Yeah, can you roll it up just a
Oh, God, the fucking tint meter. What?
All right, that's good.
Oh, yeah. What's happening now? And I haven't watched any of these, guys. But what's happening now is and this is human interaction here, okay? This is human interaction here. You have to, how can I put this? So what the cops are doing now is now they're gonna throw a bunch of spaghetti against the wall. They'll probably get him for reckless endangerment, drive without a license, no insurance. Now they're measuring the tent. So they're like, okay, if you guys want to be assholes to us, we're gonna be assholes to you. That's exactly what this is. Broly's advice says tent testing is shady as fuck. Listen, Broly, you're exactly right. You're exactly right, Broly, but guess what? They did it to themselves, man. They did it to themselves.
51 front, 4 back.
I have no
Kelly
idea.
was cited for excessive tinting, operating under suspension of registration, and violation of child safety restraint.
Oh, there it is.
Second offense.
Uh-oh.
Joshua was also cited for violation of child safety restraint.
Oh, boy.
Second offense.
Oh, boy. Does he have the manhandling gloves on? Look, again, as someone who's been arrested a lot, when the cop gets out of the car, or when a police officer starts walking towards you and he puts on the manhandling gloves, you are going to jail. Here we go. I hear them cuffs. Step out of the car, please.
So, a couple things here. You got your citation for the violation of child safety restraint. which, looking through your history, this is the second offense for you. So you got one for that. You, sir, got the other one for the second child. So you got a citation as well. Okay. And
oh, do you see this? Do you see? She's sitting here. Guys, look. They continue with the audacity. They continue to disrespect this cop to her face. She's sitting here laughing at the police officer reading their citations. Dude, I'm going to tell you what. Man. If I were the cop, I would be a bad cop. Be like, step out of the car. Step out of the car. Just like Devin says, you want to ruin my day? I'll ruin your day. Right? Your tint is to this. Oh, what's this? Psh, looks like you've got a taillight out. I'm going to run you a ticket. I'm going to give you a ticket for that. Devin says they're high. I had not thought about that until just now. I think you're right.
then,
Matt Lambo says literally they just had to be cooperative and they could have gotten away with a lot. Exactly. But they're sitting here laughing and joking. And how long does this take? Oh boy.
your registration is suspended due to 2 unpaid parking tickets in the city of Racine. So you got a citation for that.
How is my registration suspended when I just registered the car like a week ago?
I don't know. You'll have to work that out with Racine. It just says it's suspended due to unpaid parking tickets.
To pay his motherfucking shit because I ain't doing
Okay,
it.
and then you got another one for excessive rear window tinting because this is at 4%.
My law is 35% in Wisconsin, and I see you need it at 50%.
Oh, here we go.
The front one.
These lawyers. Yeah. There's always, it's like bullshit, blah, 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 blah. Dude, I have never been this relaxed or talked to cops like this. Dude, hell no. And I'm going to say it. As a black man, oh my God. Can you imagine if this were a black couple? Shit.
4. Can I see it again?
Sure, that's fine.
Did you hear how she said, sure, that's fine. See, now the lady cop is getting fed up.
So you don't have to go to court for these if you don't want to. But if you'd like to, your court time's going to be July 21st at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, okay? So I'll give you these. I put your ID in there, and then this is his.
Here, babe.
Yep.
All right. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, you can't drive because they don't have proper restraints.
I have my sister on her way with another. I'm going to get my car seat out of the trunk after y'all leave because I don't trust not to get tased. And my sister's
Oh, that's bullshit. I don't think she has it. I don't trust not to get tased. Bitch.
on the way with the police.
Okay, sounds good. Take care.
She said take care.
They were both considered guilty due to a no contest plea and owe $700 in citations.
Good, thank you.
So what happened? Did they get arrested?
About 2 months later, they were both charged with numerous felonies for allegedly attempting to rob a Kenosha man at knife point.
Oh my God.
Both are currently being held on a $100,000 cash bond.
Ooh.
Want to represent Code Blue Cam? Check out.
Wow. 100,000. Ooh, wow. Cash bond. Cash bond. All right, let's quickly move to the next one. I expected there to be some action in that one, but here we go.
On April 13th, 2021, an officer conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle after noticing it was operated by an individual with an active warrant in
oh boy, an active warrant. Here we go.
Racine, Wisconsin.
Oh shit.
401, we are going southbound, passing 13th.
Bruh, you want to pull over, buddy? Okay, he's pulling over.
We are still rolling slow. Looks like we're stopping in the 1200 block now.
Operating a vehicle with an active warrant, you know he's going to jail. Here we go.
If there's a K9 working, I'll take one.
The driver of the vehicle was identified as 53-year-old McCoy Jones. The officer approached the vehicle and immediately asked McCoy to exit because he was under arrest.
82, my driver is McCoy Jones, I believe. Something similar to that. He should have some 99s. Can you run them out? Driver's got 99.
The female passenger, later identified as 31-year-old Ashley Hawley, appeared agitated and said he was not.
Mr. Jones, please step out the car. You're under arrest. Step out the car.
No, he's not. Stop playing.
Step out the car.
Why?
Stay in the car.
Okay, stop.
Relax, stay in the car.
Okay, I'm getting out of the car, yo.
Oh my God, that's a white girl. Oh my God, her ass is finna get him killed. She's like, no, he's not.
Put your hands on your
Is
back.
that a white girl?
Put your hands behind your back. You have a warrant for your arrest.
Yo, that's gotta be a white girl. That's gotta be a white girl because a black woman would never say, don't let him arrest you. That's gotta be a white girl.
Well, we have 195. We don't need any 39.
After McCoy was escorted away, Ashley aggressively exited the vehicle,
Uh-oh.
removed her jacket, and sprinted at the officer.
Bingo. I knew she was a white girl. I knew it. I knew it was a white girl.
Fucking kidding me? You guys
Stay in the car.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Stay in the car.
Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Stay in the car.
Oh, my
Put your
God.
hand behind your back.
Whoa.
Put your hand behind your back.
Oh, you stupid bitch. Now you're screwed.
fucking kidding me? Y'all some bitches! I swear to fucking God!
Stop resisting.
Are you?
Stop resisting.
When the officer attempted to direct Ashley's arm behind her back, she allegedly bit his hand.
Put your hands behind your back.
She's biting. She's biting.
Put your hands behind your back.
No! Stop resisting.
Stop resisting.
Stop resisting. Stop
Put your hands
resisting.
behind your back.
She bit me.
I'm sorry!
Oh, now you're sorry.
Oh my God! Please! Please, you're
I got
hurting
it.
me! Please!
401. I got 295. Everyone slow it down. She bit me.
Oh my God! Cause you wouldn't let me go!
Bitch, you ain't going nowhere now.
I didn't do it!
Nah, fam. You ain't going nowhere. You just assaulted a police officer.
All right, you fucking bit me.
Anyone, if you got a female for the search, to take one.
Arrested me for nothing.
You arrested me for nothing!
You can't get out the car.
I have anxiety!
I don't care.
They know that. Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
back away from this. All right?
Yo, you can't get out of the car, aggressively approach cops, and bite them. This bitch bit a cop. What are we doing?
Fucking bit me.
I'm sorry, bro. I'll take you to the hospital, man.
Okay, so you don't get the
Look, the black dude's like, hey, man, I'm sorry, bro. Like, it's, hey.
Hi, people.
Her chest is hurting, bro.
I was going to.
We're gonna roll you over onto your side, okay?
Let me double check the cuffs.
My baby didn't do shit. Are you fucking kidding me?
Dude, this bitch is still talking like this.
Here on the street isn't the time.
You motherfucker!
He is trying to adjust it.
Oh my
But by
God.
pulling on it, it's only making it
You
worse.
were
Just
pulling
slow.
on it!
Oh my God.
Yes, you were!
Oh my God. Yo.
And you fucked my face up. Y'all going down.
Oh yeah, totally.
Cause I ain't got shit on me. And y'all did this to me.
Don't resist.
I ain't got shit on me.
Don't resist.
Dude.
All right, you can roll him right away.
All right. Roll you over.
Baby!
Just
I
sit down.
need you home.
Yo,
Stay seated.
she better stay
Baby.
put.
Please, I need you home.
Yo, real talk, guys. This is the type of bitch that'll get you killed. This is the kind of bitch that'll get your ass killed. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to tell you. This is the kind of woman that'll get you killed. Man, and I don't care, dude, I don't care what the race is. I don't care what the race is. If you were the black girl, white girl, dude, don't get into relationships with women who are confrontational. This woman got out of the car and tried to fight the cops. What are we doing?
Everybody, don't do that. Let's go home.
Baby, please.
Listen, old boy's like, shut the hell up and just go home.
I wanted you home with me. I need you.
He did already.
Dude, the bitch bit him.
Baby, they fucked my face up. They're pieces of shit.
Oh my God.
What am I sitting for?
So we're waiting for a female to come.
To do what?
To come search you.
I have shit on me, nothing.
What is your name?
None of your fucking business.
I-
Find my ID, bitch.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, stand up.
Fucking kicking me and kneeing me. Y'all some cocksucking motherfucking bitches. I swear to God.
Oh my
All right.
God.
Separate-
Oh my
separate your
God.
feet. This officer's gonna search you.
Yeah, I pissed on myself, bitch. Rub that. Rub it.
Are you gonna
Come on. Come on. Bitch, I ain't got shit on me.
Yo, this chick is crazy.
Fuck out my hair, bitch.
They discovered a needle inside her jacket and a crack pipe
Oh,
under her seat. in the
That's
car.
it. Oh, a crack up, dude. A neat on a crack pipe. That's why she's going crazy. Yep. She's definitely going to jail now.
Hey, guys, watch out, needle cam.
Is there a needle on you? No!
She has track marks too.
There's what?
What did she say?
Beast with Red Pill says that's low-key Dev if she never met Donovan. Nah, man, no. Devin does not. Devin is allergic to confrontation. She is never. No way. Oh my God, that would be fucking hilarious. That would be fucking. I don't know. Maybe Devin does become this, but. Oh my God, Mr. Sharpe, stay in the car.
I ain't got nothing on me.
I have to check.
No paraphernalia, nothing.
Dylan Bacon in the chat earlier says, you know stuff is whack when you have a black guy with a huge criminal record telling a couple of white people to knock it off. Oh my God, this is crazy. Yo, I cannot believe the irreverence.
Separate your feet.
This bitch pissed on herself too.
You like that, bitch? Piss in your face.
All right. Officers escorted her to the transport vehicle, but she refused to enter.
Now what?
You're going to jail, bitch.
For what?
At the
For
very
what?
least, resisting.
So what? I get out? So what am I going? Look what you did to my face, baby! They busted my face.
Step up for me.
No, fuck
She was
that.
definitely wilding out.
I ain't going. Y'all busted my fucking face. I want to talk to some sergeant.
I got a sergeant for you, but you're going in the
I ain't
van.
going in until the sergeant comes. Nope.
Oh
Nope.
my. Oh.
Put me on the motherfucking ground. I'm gonna
assist you in if you
No, I'm not.
Yo,
No,
she's
I'm
about
not.
to get slammed.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
They're
You
lying.
guys
Yep.
already need me.
Jake, be gone.
Really fucking hard.
Oh boy, here we go.
You motherfuckers! I hate you pieces of shit! Get off me, you
Yo.
bitch ass motherfucker!
Oh my God, like a caged animal. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Should we get a rescue here then?
Are you kidding me with
She
this?
broke the skin and she's a user.
I'll drive myself.
We should probably get it cleaned like immediately by rescue.
Okay, then, yeah, I guess.
81 dispatch.
Are you 201? I'm good. I just got bit and I got a little wound, so he's gonna take photos. You got bit? Yeah. When I took him in the car.
Yo.
To the cars, she jumped.
Okay, let's go to the next one. I'm gonna tell you what. Okay, here we go. These are actually kind of fun. These are actually kind of fun to do. 22-year-old woman goes completely nuts during arrest.
Monroe County Sheriff deputies were advised of a female causing a disturbance in Wilton, Wisconsin.
Oh, so all of these are in Wisconsin. Code Blue Cam. Wow, dude.
The 22.
You guys want to know what a really cool show that Devin and I watch? It's Body Cam. Dude, Body Cam is crazy. Oh my God, dude. Oh my goodness. You guys got to check out Body Cam. That show is bananas. Holy smokes. Couple of super chats here. Dre Raven, $2 super chat says better test for rabies, right? Holy smokes. Sheldon Ross, $5 says I couldn't be a cop. I'd be knocking everyone out the second they acted up. Bruh. Oh no, I would, dude. Nope, I could not be a cop. I don't have the dude. Well, hell, I can't be a cop. I couldn't even if I wanted to. I don't have the mental makeup to be a police officer. Like it would be bad. It would be very bad. It would be fun, but it would be very bad.
2-year-old female, later identified as Daisy Mendoza, was reportedly breaking things and then left the residence on foot. While searching the outskirts of the village, the deputies observed Daisy walking on the side of the road. They were familiar with her and dealt with her several times in the past. When Daisy noticed the approaching deputies, she took off running into the marsh.
Oh my God. Big Game E? Don't tell me how to run my show, bruh. I'll cook Hafiz when I'm damn good and ready. So the bitch saw the cops and ran into the woods. Oh boy, here we go. Is K9 after her?
Once they got a hold of her, she was resistive and uncooperative.
You got that? 23, you got a spit mask. Bring that with. Give me this leg. You give up this hand though. Grab this.
You're going to have to put the bitch in like a side guard or some.
18,
like bring her.
Stop. Stop.
Is she taking a shit?
Spit mask.
Oh, she's got to be high.
Yeah, we need a spit mask.
She's got to be high, dude. I think she's pooping. Is she pooping?
You're not gonna spit on us, all right?
I think she's pooping. I think she's taking a shit.
I'll stop as soon as you stop. Stop! Stop resisting right now! Stop!
I think this police officer. I think this police officer might need to consider the fact that she might be defecating. Like, you know what I mean? Like she's. Oh, she done?
Knock it off! We need a spit mask!
Oh no, there's more in there. She's got it.
Continued to tense her arms and legs while screaming and threatening the deputies.
Oh, here we go. Rear naked chokehold would probably subdue her.
Enough! Knock it off! Stop!
Stormy said she's in labor. Yeah, sounds like she's either giving birth or pooping.
I got one hand I'm trying to get out, and she's been trying to bite and then spit. Quit it!
Dude, he's like, bitch, stop it.
You need to stop.
I cannot believe it. She's got to, dude, I think she's taking a shit.
You're gonna make this worse. Quit pushing off of us.
I cannot believe. Like, dude, why? I don't understand. Why is...
Enough! I'm trying to, but I'm trying to not let her bite me.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, real talk, if this had been a nigga, they'd have shot his ass. They'd have shot his ass. Yeah, she's still pooping.
Right here, other one.
Oh, yeah, they had a hog tie her.
Let that one go. I will as soon as you get this one.
Oh, my God.
Quit resisting us, and this wouldn't hurt.
Holy shit! What the fuck?
Daisy, what the hell are you trying to accomplish here? You're not going anywhere. Ooh.
Yo, this is...
Did anybody tell dispatch?
Is she high?
Yeah. In the glove box, I believe.
Oh my God! This is crazy! Joey says Madam has some strength. Yeah, listen, I get that.
Kind of looks like a tourniquet almost.
Oh my God, and she's still going. Dude, yeah, we need a priest.
Daisy, why? Why? Stop.
11. I put you on an animal complaint.
Stop. Stop.
Yeah, she's got to be high. She's got to be high.
Just
beat
stop.
up your little sibling, you whore.
Oh my God, dude, this is... Dude.
Stop, Daisy. Stop. You work out.
Yo, this is... Yo. These guys are going to be sore. Yeah, Big Ron says Constantine. The Raw track says she's possessed by the spirit of Jezebel. Ay, ay, ay.
Daisy was able to move the spit hood around and landed saliva on the deputy's face.
Oh, you fucking bitch.
Stop, Daisy. Just stop.
Yo, what the fuck?
You.
Daisy.
You.
God. Damn it. She spit right through that mask.
Yeah, I think that.
I got another one in there.
Yeah, I saw
Yo,
that.
I can't believe
Want
this.
me to run up and grab it? Alright.
Stop spitting, Daisy.
They know her by name. They're like, Daisy.
Killing you. Stop.
Yeah, the Savage Ninja says, no joke, she's literally possessed. This is crazy. Dude, I don't know why they don't just tase her.
Just stop. Just calm down.
Oh my God, she's calling them all kinds of names.
God, Daisy, for Christ's sake, stop. Well, I hope you don't. I don't want you to die.
11 to 10, do you need another car?
Stop. There's 3 of us. Stop.
Yo, she's got to be on something.
Stop.
She has to be.
Stop resisting. Just stand, sit still.
You're retarded. You're gonna use it to tase
Okay, here's the next thing that's going to happen, Daisy. I'll tase you. I'm going to tase you if you don't stop resisting.
Uh-oh.
That's the next thing that's
Uh-oh,
gonna
here we
happen,
go.
Daisy. You're going to get tased.
Oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we
You're
go.
gonna get tased. Daisy, we're trying to help you. We're setting you up so you can breathe better.
They really don't want to tase her. They really don't. Dude, yeah, Broly's having... What are they waiting for? Sounds like they feel bad. Broly's advice says, this is what the black community is mad about. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. These fucking white girls get... Dude, this bitch has been fighting cops. One white girl bit the cops. Keen Camo said she's trying to transform, but it isn't working. Here we go. That's it.
Away from me. You fat cows.
Blade, come get break.
She's high.
Cows. You cows.
Keep her head down. Just that mask a little tighter. It came off again.
Yo, this is insane.
This is actually thinner than the one you have.
She's like, you're retarded. Oh, there it is again. Another. Sheldon Ross, $2 says, there's that privilege for you. Dude, this is white girl. Dude, this is something only white girls can do. Only white girls can fight the cops like this. Dr. B says, is she powering up? It sounds like it. Sounds like it. It's hard to believe that she hasn't taken a shit. Yo, what the hell?
Stop. For the love of God. What are you on?
Dude, tase her. Tase her, man.
White thing right over top.
Dude, tase her. JC says, Kamehameha!
One at each shoulder, one on the legs. Me and him can take the shoulders.
Oh, they're just going to pick her up.
Did you get bit or anything? That's from her?
Yeah, that's from her fingernails digging into me.
Oh, my God.
I know she tried biting me a couple times.
Yeah, you got blood there. Jesus.
El Chingon says, $2 says, Daisy was like, I can break these cuffs. Ah!
What the hell?
What's going on in Wilton?
I don't know. I can't tell if it's a full moon or what. White. Well, I can't help that, Daisy. I was born this way.
We're not out here because of any race or color matter.
Oh, Daisy's using... So Daisy is... Daisy's ragging on them because they're white.
Can't control
my
behavior.
God.
You know, your parents called me and wanted to file charges against you for busting the TV and throwing stuff
Oh, no.
Dude, you.
Oh, my God. This is the kind of... This is bad.
My shit. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah, she's high. She's got to be high.
hole in that, so that ain't gonna help.
She's gonna stroke out, man.
Can we get going with what we need to do here?
Are you tuckered out enough that we can get out of here?
I hate you. Shut the f***
You don't have to like us.
Stop f***ing talking to me, man. You f***ing retarded bitch.
Oh my God, this is insanity.
Stupid.
Stupid, retarded. You're a butt face.
You got some pretty strong legs.
Dude, tase the bitch.
Are you done?
I think she's...
Stop it.
I think she's shitting herself. They're gonna have to tase this girl. They're gonna have to tase her.
We're just gonna have to do what we gotta do here.
Uh-oh, here we go. Yo, what the fuck is wrong with this girl?
Are you hurt at all?
Team Peterson says, I love this chick. I hope she gets away. Oh my God.
Never mind us, but are you hurt? Oh, she's biting my boot.
I'm tired.
So once we get her up there, that leg strap's gonna be thrown out the door.
Dude, she absolutely is high because there's no way she has this much energy for this long. Oh, they hog-tied her. They hog-tied.
Really? This is gonna hurt if you get...
Dude, I don't know why they don't just tase this bitch. Oh, did they...
Quit fucking around.
Oh, he's got her in that arm bar. Yep, he's got her in that arm
Why the
bar.
hell are you screaming? Drop her.
Taser. They need to tase this girl. I know they don't, dude.
Quit screaming. This will be done with if you would cooperate. I can't be carrying you and you pinching and...
All right, Ray Hanma says, I can't take the Banshee screaming anymore. I'm out. I love you, Donovan. All right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. That is, I apologize for having subjected you guys to that. Maybe I should start watching these. Maybe I should start watching these, maybe I should start watching these before I, holy cannoli. Nick, Corcadilas, with the 2 euros, says she tries to seduce the cops with pig noises. Oh, dude. This is, oh my God. Definitely white girl privilege. Definitely white girl privilege. Broly's advice wants to know how this ends. Oh my God. Oh, so they got her into the car. Okay, hold up. Just real quick, I want to see how this ends.
She eventually was able to use her foot to tear out of the spit hood.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, she's definitely high. Let me fast forward it. Holy fucking shit. Look at this. Dude, if he reaches her hand in there, man, she's going to bite his hand.
That's enough. Now she's spitting in the cab. That's enough. What a pig. Real ladylike.
Yeah, there you go. Tell her.
Oh, you're so stupid.
Knock it off. You're gonna cut your head. Let them know. Hopefully they bring a couple people.
They're going to have to subdue this chick. Yep, this definitely looks like jail. Look how many cops there are.
But I guess you're...
All Are they going to be able to get her out of there?
You're just hurting yourself. Can you open the padded from the sally port?
Yo. They had to black bag and hog tie. She finally ran out of gas. Jesus.
Counted in front of the camera. This is what I had. $20.
Ay.
Daisy was charged with felony counts of battery threat to an officer.
Oh, my
times
God.
3. Discharging bodily fluids times 3. And bail jumping. Misdemeanor counts of resisting, disorderly conduct
Misdemeanor counts of resisting
times 2. And bail jumping. She was released on a $5,000 signature bond.
Unbelievable. This bitch fought the cops for a half an hour, and she got out on a $5,000 signature bond. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Wow. Jesus fucking Christ. All right.
Enjoy our content.
That's enough of that. Holy smokes. All right. It's time for the breakdown, guys. It's time to go in on Hafiz here. So let me go ahead and blow this up here. So like I said, guys, the reason why I'm covering this again is because, like I said, it was pointed out by a listener that I didn't really get into the nitty gritty discussion where Coach Greg Adams absolutely just cooks Hafiz. And I talked to CJ about this. He said, "Oh, you didn't get to." Coach Greg Adams says, "Oh, you didn't get to the good part, Donovan. You didn't get to the good part, Donovan. I cooked him. I cooked him pretty good." Oh my God. Brisk Clown says, "How Lavelle Crawford said it. If she was a he and black, they would have pepper sprayed, tased, shot by now." Man, I'm trying to tell you, it wouldn't have even been all of that. It wouldn't even been all of that. Holy moly. Ay. All right. Fuck it. Let's do it, man. Goddamn. And away we go. Oops.
This problem with the red pill community is that it's all negative. It's all
Adam,
insurance. It's all what could happen bad.
And they have to be real. There's an incentive structure for it. I shared some of these people these numbers.
Incentive structure. Here we go. So basically, he's telling us that we're selling this to make money.
I'm gonna share some of these numbers with you. I did a video because it's so funny because the red pill community, those kind of guys, they're so fickle. And they love you when you bash women, but the moment you share any objectivity, showing both sides, now all of a sudden they're demonizing you, right?
Hafiz, it ain't about showing both sides, bruh. Like, the red pill community is the answer to feminism, guys. It is the answer to feminism, okay? It is the answer to feminism. We don't need any fucking balance, Hafiz. The red pill is the balance. The red pill is the balance. We don't need to know the other side of the story because, like Coach Greg Adams said at the beginning of this interview, we've been fed the other side of the story for 70 fucking years. Fuck that. I would love to debate this dude. I really would. El Chingan, $2 super chat, says, "Mr. Sharpe, it's sad to see women acting like this." Well, this is feminism.
So it's very interesting that I do videos that are critical of modern men and modern women. I try to be as balanced.
Guys, I've got to take this phone call. This is important, please. Sorry about that, guys. I actually thought it was my bank, but it was not.
Balance as possible. I know for a fact my content will be weak if it's imbalanced. So I like to do as balanced.
I know that my content will be weak if it's imbalanced. Hafiz, what he's trying to do is he's trying to demonize us for only pointing out the bad. That's what he's trying to do.
It's possible. I did a video a couple months ago called the why women today are not marriageable. I did that video.
Okay.
Talking about some of the principles that I believe are true, why women have issues, and we can go on that for days. That video did over 500,000 views in 2 weeks.
Big time.
I did another video called The Sad Reality of Beautiful Women, talking about how sometimes attractive women have an air of entitlement about themselves that makes them difficult in relationship.
There it is.
Another video, 500,000 views. The reality of the matter is, in that month alone, I told the guys in the Standard, I'm just being transparent and honest, with those two videos, and then Candace Owens coming on the podcast talking about the problems of modern women, we made $55,000 that month. $55,000 just doing a few videos. And I know almost everybody in the space, and everyone shows me their money. And I was making the least of what everybody else is making.
This nigga.
But when I do the other content, Adam, the more balanced content, there's not clicks in it. There's not views in it.
What type of content?
Nigga, shut the fuck up. Like, nigga, bruh, Fox News claims to be fair and balanced. They're not fair and balanced. They are conservative. CNBC says they're fair and balanced. They're left-leaning. Hafiz, my friend, extremes sell. Okay? What Hafiz is doing here is akin to women shaming men for having sexual desires. Women like to say, well, men want to have sex with beautiful women. Oh, they're predatory. They're bad. They're this, they're that. No, we're just men. We didn't come up with the slogan, if it bleeds, it leads. Okay? We didn't come up with the slogan, if it bleeds, it leads. No. There is an understanding that people pay more attention to negative content than positive content. And if we know that negative content, controversial content that has conflict is going to get more eyeballs, well, then guess what, Hafiz? That's what we are going to do. That's what we are going to do. V with the $2 super chat says, what's wrong with balance? We need balance in everything. No, not in this context. Sometimes you don't need balance. Sometimes you don't need balance. Hafiz wants to bring balance to the red pill community, but the red pill community represents the balance in the culture. We represent the balance in the culture. Things have been so one-sided for so long that now here we come with the opposite or controversial take, and now we get canceled. We get taken down. So Lexio with the $5 super chat says, there's no way in hell. He said everyone in the space shows him their money. I thought he claimed he wasn't a money guy earlier, caught in another lie. Yeah, he's very self-righteous. Extremely self-righteous.
Like let's say if I was do a video about, hey guys, here are signs, like let's say 5 things to pick in a wife. Those kind of guys don't want to hear that. They want to hear 5 things wrong with women today. That's what they want to hear. They want to hear more of the negative stuff. They want it reinforced, like CNN. Like CNN does not want to hear 5 things great about Donald Trump. Hell no. CNN don't want to hear that. Give me 5 things wrong with Trump. And
bruh, why are you again? He is shaming human nature. He is shaming human nature. And Demus Maximus says Hafiz hit the wall in content creation. He needs to step back and figure out if he's supposed to be on this platform. That's a very good statement. I don't think. He might not have anything else to talk about. That might be the reason for this. That might be the reason for this switch.
And so to me, when you're doing balanced content, even when you're doing male improvement stuff, because I think there's a difference between real male improvement, because it has to improve the lives of men. Fitness, emotional health, spiritual growth. When you're doing that,
I mean, I can sit here and try to defend this, but I'm not going to sit here. Listen, I stream the way I stream what the hell I want to stream, Hafiz. Okay? I stream the way I want to stream. And what he's doing is he is blaming us content creators for the habits of content consumers. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. If it bleeds, it leads is the audience's fault. Hey, man, you can think that that's right or wrong or whatever the case may be, but that's the market, man. That's the market.
I don't get views, and dudes in my comments would always talk about this. That dang, the girl stuff gets 10x the views of the male improvement stuff.
That's not our fault, Hafiz.
And also when Fresh and Fit will tell you the same thing when they do their finance stuff. They've always told me. I don't know if things have changed. They've told me.
No, things have not changed. When they do Money Mondays, they get, I don't know, maybe 1,200 people in there. When they do Fresh and Fit After Hours, where there's conflict, that gets 12,000 viewers. Guys, a lot of people seem to be hating on Pearl. Okay, a lot of guys are like, oh, she's making money off of the manosphere and blah, 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 blah. Listen, whether or not that's true doesn't really matter. The reason why Pearl is closing in on now 600,000 subscribers is because she is giving the people what they want. And what the people want is conflict. They want conflict. They want confrontation. They want adversarial conversations. This is why Kevin Samuels got as big as he was. This is why Fresh and Fit are going to break 1 million subscribers probably by the end of next month. This is why Just Pearly Things is going to break 1 million subscribers soon. It's because of conflict. Nobody wants to watch. Very few. How can I put this? You like to watch things where people are agreeing with each other, right? To sort of affirm your beliefs. You're looking for affirmation rather than confirmation, which is another conversation in and of itself. But the reason why the reason why she's grown so quickly is because she does what 99.99999% of YouTubers are unable to do. And that is get people to show up to your studio and disagree with you. This is why Fresh and Fit is huge. It's because there's conflict. Conflict is the key to content creation, gentlemen. It is the key to content creation. Movies, there has to be conflict. The Avengers. Thanos wants to destroy the world. That's conflict. Rocky Ford. Ivan Drago kills Apollo Creed. Now Rocky's got to go fight Drago. That's conflict. Even cartoons. Toy Story. The Secret Life of Pets. There's always conflict. Conflict is what gets eyeballs, guys. It's what gets eyeballs. And just like Devin asked, is he complaining about reality? Yes, he is. But instead of, he's misplacing his anger and blame. He is blaming us for the habits of the consumer. No. Consumers have always gravitated more towards controversial and sensationalized topics. That's what it is. Hoop Jargon Media Network with a $5 super chat says, Hafiz couldn't enunciate himself out of a wet paper bag. God, it's hard to listen to him. Yeah, he's not very articulate. He really isn't.
When they do finance, dudes don't watch that, but they want to watch the girl stuff, right?
Well, and look at the girls that they have, the Fresh and Fit.
Here we go.
I've talked with them, and I told them I would love to do a one-on-one, but I'm definitely the exception rule, so I'm not great for that. But they bring girls on there that are very.
I don't want to make it about Fresh and Fit because nothing but respect. I don't like to criticize anybody who's not in the room. Gotcha. I was just bringing them up about the point of they told.
I don't like to criticize anyone who's not in the room. Now here we go.
Me when they do finance, the other guys don't watch them. So my thing is that there's not a financial incentive. So if you're a content creator, Adam, and I'll give you an example.
Here we go.
And if you do this type of content, you're making $50,000 a month. You do the other, you make $6,000. Which one are you going to lean towards?
Yeah, $50,000. Hafiz, that's common sense.
Of course.
Yeah.
So as a content creator.
I don't know what all that had to do with anything. As a content creator, you're going to do what makes money. Like, that's how it works. Millennium says, is that the chick with OnlyFans? Yeah, she's the one that does OnlyFans with her husband. And I'm actually kind of surprised she hasn't mentioned it in 30 seconds.
Like, this is our first time we're meeting in person.
Sure.
But you strike me as a person who's just telling it like it is, based on your life experience, okay? You don't seem like the type of person who's like, well, I could say this for clicks, but this does better. Right. But there must be a little bit of element in that. Maybe
of course.
How you do thumbnails
and
titles.
Yes.
So Hafiz is speaking very impassionately, making some very valid points.
What he's talking about is absolutely true. But what we have to understand is when you're doing content, you have to kind of pick a lane in the genre.
That's right.
I mean, if you go to OnlyFans and you start wearing a mother gown, you ain't gonna get no click.
There it is.
There's a market for everything.
There's a market for it. But
coach.
I know there's a market for it, but I don't see you doing that tomorrow. But the reality is this: I have 12 YouTube channels. All right, and
wow,
not all of them are this content, and it is true. Those channels struggle if I'm doing something else, but that's the reality of the situation. It would be like I love the example that he gave. You wouldn't sell a house like this. Of course, no wise salesman would give you the negatives.
Of
They
course,
would tell you something in order to make the commission. So in essence, he's shooting himself in the foot. But on my side, I have to keep a lane and make sure people understand what that is. Of
That's
course,
right.
If I crossed over and I brought balance, sure, it might fall flat on my audience because they may not be interested in that. However, I'm going to say this and I'm going to add this. Many times if I brought on a female content creator and sat down and had an interview in a one-on-one, most of the conversation, if we did bring the balance, will start leaning over to her. And people know this. They watch television. They see movies and stuff like that. Every 1 point that they would make towards a man to get him to pay attention, they'd have to make 5 or 10 points for the woman. So it's kind of like, hey, CGA, you raining down on their head over here today. And then they would tell me to back off. All right, come on, man. We can't let them feel a certain way.
Woo.
And that's kind of just how it works.
Wow.
So
Listen
I have
to
to stay in that lane and be honest to my approach. The minute I bring it over to the other side, then the other side's going to lean. And I'll just add this. If I really wanted to make money, I'll be out here praising the woman. I'll be out here uplifting the woman. I'll be a millionaire.
I think it goes back to
there it is. And CGA just dunked on Hafiz. He just dunked on Hafiz. What the argument that Hafiz made is that if it bleeds, it leads. Sell. It shouldn't be that way. But if we really wanted to be grifters, like if we really wanted to make big money on YouTube, we sure as shit wouldn't be telling men what they want to hear. It is always far more profitable to tell people, that's men and women alike, what they want to hear rather than what they need to hear. It is very rarely profitable to tell people what they need to hear. I am one of the very few lucky people who gets to make a good living telling people what they need to hear. That's not always the case, man. It's not always the case. This is a hard community to break into. DJ BFit with the $5 super chat says, and Pearl is authentic. We literally watch her grow in the RP community from girl who wasn't aware to a girl who became an advocate for masculinity. Again, this is why Pearl is huge, because she's doing what not even I am doing right now. That's why she zoomed past me. And dude, I got nothing but love and respect for Pearl. And I know that Myron and Fresh, they're not fans of hers and and all that, but I respect the work that she puts in. It's hard to recruit, guys, and I haven't even done it yet. Dude, recruiting is something that I'm not just going to jump into. I'm going to do extensive research, and I'm going to make sure that my recruiting operation is consistent. Because there's all sorts of recruiting nightmares. Pearl overcame all of that. She's overcome all of that, and look where she is. It's the same thing with Fresh and Fit. They overcame all of that, and look where they are. Conflict, gentlemen.
Personal accountability too, though. People consume. If you're going to sit there and consume the same content,
that's their thing.
Personal accountability.
Thank you.
I consume content that I generally align with, but I'm also very wise enough to know I should also consume content that counteracts with what I believe.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Now she's being politically correct. Most people watch the news for affirmation, not confirmation. That's what this is. That doesn't make you good. That doesn't make them good or bad. It just makes them people, right? Once you have your mind made up about something, it's very, very hard to change your mind.
Because otherwise then you never learn. And I don't think there's anything wrong with staying, like you said, in your lane. You got your niche, and that's kind of where you go.
Choices. And one more thing. If people wanted to watch finance, if I came on and I do some finance-related videos, but I don't have a finance degree, I'm just offering advice.
There you go.
If people want that, there's how many billions of YouTube channels out there? They can find somebody else.
Of course.
That's probably why.
Of course. So this is what CGA is saying. Hey, don't blame us. People have choices. And at the end of the day, if Hafiz doesn't like Red Pill content, fam, you don't have to watch it. You don't.
Dance video won't get clicks. They know my lane, and they'll want to hear this information.
People need to make sure they're having accountability.
Well, to circle,
people need to make sure they're having accountability. I don't know what the hell that means, Miss OnlyFans mom. People don't need to be accountable for their preferences. People don't need to be accountable for the shit that they watch. No, that's their preference.
Back to what he says. I love how passionate you are, bro. Life is all about balance. Okay, if you're living in echo chambers, or if you're an extremist to any,
oh boy, now he's speaking. Now he's speaking Hafiz's language.
Politically, whether it's financially, whether it's romantically, any sort of extremist has major blind spots. Major blind spots. So, striking the balance, whether it's the East and West, whether it's the pros and cons of marriage, I think is important, and it's a very nuanced discussion. A lot of people are, this is the way it is, and it's black and white. Like Ali mentioned, there's a lot of gray area in all this. Let me move on to the next topic. Nat, do you want to weigh in here on any comments you want to super chats, or should we wait a sec?
We can wait. Let's get some questions. I know we have a lot of super chats that are comments. I want to get some good questions for our guest today. So if you guys want to put those in the chat, I'd really appreciate it, and then we can read them in a little bit.
Awesome. So we've got about an hour left. We'll definitely spend some 5-10 minutes answering some questions. So we can do that towards the end. So Nat, you keep a track of that.
Gotcha.
I want to kind of go deeper on the mindset of women today, right?
Here we go.
So,
yeah, I mean, I know Pearl is a little bit. Pearl can be very polarizing, but she really is authentic. That's just how it is. Pearl is as genuine as they come, man. She's not like Tori is not genuine. Tori is not genuine at all. Tori's a groupie, right? Tori's a groupie. The reason why there are people who don't like Pearl is because she's actually succeeded in this space. She is giving us the conversations this space needs to hear. She's giving us that conflict. We've been talking about these theories and principles for 10, 15 years. Now for the first time ever, now we get to talk to people who disagree with us. That's fresh and fit. That was Kevin Samuels. It's just Pearly things. That's what it is, man.
You've done a video, vetting women, basically choosing the right woman versus basically the dangers of the wrong mate selection.
A shout out to Easy Banes. It says, Patrick Bet David is cool, but Sosnick is sus to me. He plays the middle, but like Donovan said, maybe he does it for the controversy. I'm not Adam, so I don't know, but just based on how I've observed him, based on what I have observed of him, he is he definitely is a red pill aware guy. Got it. He's a red pill guy too. AA says, man, Pearl is a copy. Pearl is a copy, a fake one too. Say what you want about Pearl, guys. I mean, she's gonna crack 600,000 followers on YouTube, and she's having conversations that need to be had. She's not. I mean, listen, if you have a problem with Pearl, I mean, I'm not mad at you, but I don't know why you would. I understand why Myron and Fresh certainly would. I totally understand that. But anybody who thinks Pearl, is whatever. Yeah, Tori is Torsha. Yeah, I don't care about her. Like MLD says she needs to be out of the manosphere. I think she's gonna be. I think she'll be long. I think she'll be long forgotten. Like, it's just like, dude, the cap with her is just ridiculous. She lived in Vegas for a year, but then she wants us to believe certain things. Like, dude, it's that was a swing and a miss on my part. I am sorry. I am very, very sorry for bringing Tori into the manosphere, but I don't regret bringing Pearl, Allie, or Janelle.
And you talked about basically her financial situation and her background, how student loan debt, 70% of women have student loan debt. You assume their debt. Modern women, you talked about entitlement mentality. But you've spent, 20 years coaching women?
Yeah, right around 20,
okay.
15 to 20 years. Yeah.
And you were a basketball coach.
Basketball, yes.
Okay. And you've said things like, women are not special.
Yep.
They only care about themselves in certain videos like this.
Yep.
What have you learned about female nature being around this many women for this many years?
That's something.
Well, I don't know.
That's a great question.
What you're paraphrasing for.
Yeah.
I don't know, so the women aren't special. I don't know if I said that exactly.
Oh, no, I said it. I said it. Women are not special. None of us are special, guys. None of us are special.
I think possibly what I was alluding to is that we've put them in a position in society to believe that they're the prize.
Yes.
When we bring valuable things to relationships. So I want to make sure I clarify that.
Okay.
A statement like women aren't special was very generic. So I don't believe I said something like that, but I probably could have said something like that. With that being said, with that being said, I want people to really look at the long term.
Eric Smith says, Tori always seemed a bit inauthentic to me for some reason. Oh, boy.
Pictures of relationship, and especially for men. When men pursue women, we have to pedestalize them in the sense, and we have to demonstrate to them why they're so valuable.
There you go.
At that point in
There
life.
it is.
However, the tide changes and the pendulum swings.
Yes, it does.
There's a significant amount of value that men have and bring into relationships that they discount. And I'm telling men, you're discounting this value. And men don't find out what that value is until later.
There you go.
Yeah, you're saying to play the long game. Essentially,
Jack Vendetta, $5 super chat says, The Signal of Virtue, a new film by oh boy. The Signal of Virtue, the new film by Hafiz Bauku in theaters this fall. Check local listings for ratings.
Well, understand the long game, because a lot of times we only look at the short term, right?
Yes.
There's a phrase with marriage.
I like his watch.
People use, men get married and hope their woman will never change.
Right.
Women get married,
And
hope their man
will
change.
change.
Inevitably,
Wow.
both of them are disappointed. And we know this throughout the statistics and mostly through experience and conversations we've had. The reality is men look at the short term.
Yep.
They don't realize, as we know, women aren't going to sleep with you as a husband. Or they may leverage that.
There it is.
Continue to leverage that as she leveraged it in your pursuit because you pedestalized
There you go.
That's going to be an error. And you're going to have a hard time trying to realize that. Not only that, there's nobody you can turn to that can help you.
Oh,
Nobody's
there we
gonna
go.
Go to your wife and say, hey, you're doing it wrong. Go sleep with your husband. Go suck him off. All right? Go make your husband feel good. Go tickle his balls. Guess what? He has no way to leverage. He has no way to turn that tide.
This nigga said go tickle his balls. Shout out to CGA for keeping it 100.
He's stuck.
He said go
And
tickle
as we
his
know,
balls.
he's not going to pull the trigger on that marriage. That's just the reality.
do women have these types of conversations that he's kind of alluding to, and the fact that you're like, I go my husband gets sex all the time. Do women have these types of conversations internally?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard women talk about it and stuff. I have a different perspective because sex has always been important to me in marriage, but I would agree that for the male side, it's far more of. I mean, women I don't think care about it as much as that way. I mean, I guess I don't like to speak generally about other women in general, just because everybody's a little bit different, and I'm kind of the exception to that. But
we get it. We get
it. Women talk about. There are women that don't feel sexy or don't feel given attention or paid attention to, or that don't get their intimacy actually, fulfilled on their end. So, I mean, I guess I guess I don't really have a direct answer of what I think either way, just because I don't live that life. Like, it's always been the same, my husband and I. Our expectations are the same. We've both been able to be comfortable in our intimacy.
Yeah. What we call that is anecdotal evidence, right? And so she's probably trying to support her argument based on her experiences as opposed to me. I'm more general. I can't speak to her. I can't speak for him. I can only speak generally. And some people try to speak specifically about things. I just go, in general, this. And then this gentleman might have a different position. She might be able to say, hey, based on my experience, but that doesn't help anybody because they are only using their personal experience.
Yeah, I would say it's less common for women to be sitting around thinking about. I mean, in my opinion, I've heard it less.
Exactly.
It's not like something that,
But back to the fact that you've coached
See, all
women
that,
for 20 freaking
all of that was bitch babble, guys. All of that was bitch babble. That's it. All that was bitch babble. What she said literally meant nothing. Literally meant nothing. Shout out to. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, I already read that one.
years. You've been around thousands of women. Is there some sort of like?
What were the age groups of that?
We're talking about. I probably coached them from middle school all the way to end of senior year.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a?
I was
Sorry.
like, who is talking?
Sorry.
I was like, who is it? Where this is coming from? Yeah.
Do you have any children, daughters, son?
I do. I have a daughter and a son.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to them.
Okay.
My son's probably
That's
watching.
interesting.
How old, Coach?
They're teenagers now. 16 and 15, back to back.
There you go.
I do have a question. What would be?
Road Rage for Life says this chick is always like, look how special I am. I'm a unicorn. Like, dude, she is so irritating to have on the show. Oh my God.
Kind of the language you would speak to your daughter about these things. Does she? How old is she?
16.
16.
Yep.
So like she's getting into like the boy age and all that stuff. Kind of. Look at that.
He's
smile.
like, don't mention
He's
it.
Like, oh no. But
Shit.
what would be like? How do you give advice to somebody who is your daughter, knowing the good and the bad,
Oh,
and
here we
knowing
are.
that you do want her to get married and find a high value man? How is that language transferred? To
Oh, this is so funny. This is this to her. She thinks she's got. I'm gonna gotcha question. What about your daughter? What about your mother? Every once in a while, I'll get a black female troll in here when I'm talking about when I'm giving my 674th reason why I don't and never will date a black woman again. They ask me remedial shit test questions. They're like, "How do you feel about your mother? Do you have sisters?" I'm like, "Oh my God, really?" So what she's doing here, she's saying, "Oh, are you still as Captain Red Pill around your daughter?" Let's hear what he says.
One like that.
Well, see, I don't speak to that age group in terms of giving my content, so I wouldn't sit a group of young women.
But there are people who are that age receiving the content.
Oh yeah, see now she thinks she's smart. There are people of that age group receiving the content. Sweetheart, that's not CGA's fault. Coach Greg Adams doesn't control who watches what. So now here she goes. There could be people who are underage watching your content, so you should change your content. No, that's the responsibility of the parent.
They're men, young men.
Men.
Yeah, so I'm not going to talk to a group of women my daughter's age and have this conversation,
Right.
especially as direct. So this personal conversation about my daughter is not relative to who I send out to my audience.
Thank
so
you.
Gotcha.
I don't target her. I don't target people in her age group. I
Good.
don't target that. Now,
Good.
if we have personal discussions about what she should look out for and what I'm looking out for her best interest, I'm hoping that she doesn't come in the spirit of rebellion, which typically is of
Oh,
women that
boy.
age. Because I've coached them, I know this to be true. If she does
Seeker of Truth with the $10 super chat, I appreciate that very much.
operate in the spirit of rebellion, as any other Disney movie that you could see, the daughter rebelled against the king father.
Yes, every time.
and it's actually supported in society.
Yes.
I try to try to have
Dude, oh my God, he's right. The Little Mermaid, Aladdin.
as minimal of conversations as I can with this, because if I send a certain approach to this age group, they're going to rebel. They're going to believe that I don't know what I'm talking about, X, Y, and Z. So
Yep.
I've seen enough Ariel, I've seen enough Jasmine to know that if you push
Princess
these things
Jasmine.
in this way to young women, especially young women that are your daughters, it's not going to be received well.
So how do you feel if like
I don't feel anything.
Okay, you don't feel anything. That's
Yeah.
fine. What would be your take if your daughter gets married and he's a high value man and he's cheating on her?
Ooh.
And she comes to you in a sense like, "Dad, this is how I'm feeling. This is what's going on. Like, what do I do?"
Yeah, you know what I would do? I'll tell you exactly what I would do. I'd be like, "Sweetheart, you now have a choice to make. You have a choice to make. Okay? You're with a high value man. Okay? You need to understand that your husband is in the top 10, 5, 1%. Yeah, Daddy, but that doesn't make it right." And at that point, I would say, "You know what? Maybe you're right. But this is life, and life isn't fair. Life isn't fair. So you've got a choice to make. You've got a choice to make. You can either tolerate this infidelity or not. Just understand that there are costs to both decisions. If you decide to leave your husband, understand that your lifestyle is not going to be the same. If you decide to stay with your husband, understand that this is probably going to continue happening. Well, Daddy, why don't you say anything to him? I'm not in your marriage. I'm not in your marriage. I'm not good. But Daddy, he's hurting my feelings. He's hurting me, blah, 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 blah. Daughter, this is a part of life, sweetheart. This is a part of life. Not everything comes without costs. But Daddy, we said, forsaking all others till death do we part. You got to understand, sweetheart, you're not the only woman that wants your husband. But Daddy, this is wrong. You can call it whatever you want, and you can do whatever you want. But I'm letting you know that this is the reality. This is the reality. You can bitch and moan about what's fair and what's not, or you can get to making those choices and decisions. That's how you do that. That's how you did that.
Well, as I said, I can offer her some fatherly advice in the situation.
Can you give us an example?
No, because what tends to happen
See that?
is
Here we go.
people use this particular argument to try to see if I can change my position.
No, it's not even a change in position.
I know,
It's
but
just-
see,
it's
this is
curiosity.
very, this is
No,
very,
no.
I know it's
Because there's a lot
curious.
of men who are fathers and they
No. This isn't. Now, see. Now, Natalia, I think that's her name. Now, she thinks she's going to be the star of the show. Right? She thinks she's going to be the star of the show. Sexy Red TV, be gone. Now, all of a sudden, now she thinks she's the star of the show. She's the one. She thinks she got Coach Greg Adams in a gotcha type deal. Dude, you can look at CGA's face. He's looking at it like, oh, how cute of her. How cute of her to think that she can cross swords with me. Ay, ay, ay.
They think about that and they're like, wait, how do I,
Exactly.
And that would be a realm of like, you know how many, like a lot of men have daughters out there and maybe they don't know how to have that conversation or like how to seek.
This is not, she's being disingenuous. She does not really want the answer. She really does not want the answer, okay? What she's doing is she is saying, how can you talk like this about women when you have a daughter, okay? What are you going to say when her high-value husband is cheating on her? That's all she was. She's not really curious. She's trying to play gotcha with Coach Greg Adams.
Some sense of comfort for a young female girl going out into the world.
The best way to have an open ear of a woman is if she's experienced. So a lot of times if I tell her, obviously that's going to be a situation where she'd be more likely to listen. But anybody that's ever been a father and had young women, and of course I'm sure you have a father, and to Hafiiz's point, we probably saved a lot of men from being single fathers or fathers. At this point, when you're dealing with young women, they need to get the experience first until they have an open ear. With men, on the other hand, because they have a lot of places to turn to, but I wouldn't use my content and then try to frame it in a position of what I would do with my daughter, because that's a kind of a personal situation,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely,
It's a
yeah.
personal situation. Because that way, then you say, "Oh, are you telling this guy not to marry you?"
Burley said, advocate says, I would prepare my daughter to have a high-value husband. It's not cheating. It's exercising options. There it is. There you go, man. There you go. There you go. Like, dude, I would have to explain to my daughter, sweetheart, sex is different for men and women. It affects us differently. If you cheat on your husband, the marriage is over. We both know that. But if he sleeps with someone else, that doesn't mean he doesn't still love you. That's when you have to let her know this is the way men and women view sex and the act of love and all that good stuff. They view it very differently. That's what it comes down with. That's what it comes down to.
Your daughter and to cheat on your no, because my daughter, same way as I wouldn't date my daughter, but I could date people in that daughter's range once she's 20, 25, 30.
There you go.
So, my
so it's
question
not
to
the
you,
same thing.
Gotcha.
Do you want your daughter to get married, yes or no, or you're not going to answer that question?
She can get married if she would like to.
Do you want her to?
I don't think it's necessary in this age. No.
For a woman? For a woman.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
You don't think it's necessary for women to get married?
Why?
No, I don't think it is either. I don't think it's necessary for them to get married either. It is necessary for them to be in a long-term relationship, right?
Western marriage, there's no longer a necessity for it. Unless you were looking out for something in the future, potentially if you want to have children.
There you go, Dylan. I got you.
So if she said, hey, I'm looking to get married, I want to have kids, I'd probably say the best context would be to get married. But that doesn't mean get married to anyone. You see what I mean? There are ways that I can level this. Do I want her to get married? Yes or no? Well, who is she marrying? When? Where? How long? There's a whole bunch of context.
But to me,
it's just not a yes or no question.
So, Hafiz, what's your issue with this? Go ahead.
So it's always an interesting conversation because
oh boy, always an interesting conversation. Always an interesting conversation. That's code for I disagree, and I'm about to filibuster.
To me, like one of the things I'm obsessed with, and Dr. Peterson talks about this so well, is that the more your words are in line with.
It's so funny how Hafiz calls Jordan Peterson Dr. Peterson, because I call him Jordan Peterson, but he calls him Dr. Peterson as though to imply that he's actually close to Jordan Peterson.
The truth, the more powerful those words are. And I don't know where you are, if you believe in God or not. I don't know who kind of person you are, but like when you line your words up with God, that's when, to me, your words have the most weight.
Okay, so this is the part you guys were talking about. Oh my God. Unbelievable. The more you align your words with God, the more powerful this is. God, a lot of times, is used by men the same way astrology is used by women. It's nebulous. It's just, okay, well, the reason why this happened is because of God. God has a plan. God did this. God did that. A lot of religious zealots like to explain, they like to use God to explain the unexplainable.
Dr. Peterson, that's why I feel like he's so powerful. His words transcend humanity and he speaks on this divine level. And
Jordan Peterson's words don't transcend humanity. Come on, man. Like, dude, like, don't get me wrong. Like, don't get me wrong. The dude is clearly smart. Very, very smart. I'm not taking away from that. But bruh, like, you got to get off his jock. Like, are you kidding me? Grizzly D says he's trying to assume authority. Yes. That's something else religious zealots do. If I say God or Jesus, then there's no rebuttal or comeback for that. Alvin Sam, $10 super chat, says Hafiz criticized RP for being ideological, but Hafiz brought religion into his arguments. Hypocritical. There you go. There it is. Christianity, by the way, is an ideology. Yes, it is. Because it's based on ideas. We don't know that everything that was written in the Bible actually happened. We don't know that. Maybe some did, maybe some didn't. But a lot of Christianity is ideology.
so to me, when you're giving advice, your advice has to be as in line with what God believes the world should run as possible. And so to me, the best advice benefits men and benefits women. That's the best advice. To your opinion.
Now he's virtue signaling.
We had 70 years of advice only benefiting women and men suffering as because of it. That is a lie. That is wrong. And
how the fuck is that a lie, Hafiz? Men, we have been lied to for 70 years, fam. Like, what are we doing? He says that is a lie. That is wrong. No, that's not a lie. That's not wrong. It's absolutely right.
And the opposite extreme is wrong as well. A world where it all benefits men and the women don't benefit, it's wrong. That's why it's about the balance. And so to me, I'm very curious about, I love her questions because it was like, it's not a guy.
I love her. Oh,
that's your question.
Oh, listen to this. This is, oh my God, this is so funny. He said it's not a gotcha question. He said it's not gotcha question. That's exactly what it was.
That's why it's about the balance. And so to me, I'm very curious about, I love her questions because it was like, it's not a gotcha question. It was
yeah, he said it's not a gotcha question. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was meant to be a gotcha question. But because Coach Greg Adams hit him with the swim move, duck, whoa. He bobbed and weaved and got around that. Now all of a sudden he's like, I love the questions.
Genuine, serious questions. Shout out my guy AMS. I love AMS. He did a video about, advice I would give to my daughter where he actually answers the questions directly. And so to me.
Oh, so there we go. So now he's indirectly taking a shot at Coach Greg Adams. Shout out to my guy AMS. Again, trying to establish authority. Dr. Peterson, AMS. Right? And I don't like that Hafiz just did that. I don't like that Hafiz just said shout out to my guy AMS. Because that is almost indirectly maybe implying that AMS is aligned with this. Like, I would have a big time problem. Now, if Hafiz were my friend, right? Like, if I was as close with him as maybe an AMS was, I would not, I'd still be his friend, but behind closed doors, I'd be like, yo, dude, like, we have very different ideas about different things. Bruh, in the middle of a rant like that, you can't put me in there with you. Like, that's not, like, I don't endorse this. Love you, the man, but you and I have very different approaches to life. And I would greatly appreciate it if you did not mention me in the same breath as some of these things that you're talking about. I don't like that he did that. So now Hafiz has brought in 3 authority figures. Dr. Peterson, God, the Lord Jesus Christ himself, and now AMS. That's all he's doing. This is just grandstanding at this point. He's filibustering. He's name dropping Dr. Peterson as though he's able to text Jordan Peterson anytime he wants about what he had for dinner last night. Fuck out of here, man. Broly's advocate says acting like AMS co-signs him. Listen, man. AMS is Hafiz's friend for sure. Brother for life. But guess what? But guess what? He's not signing up. He's not signing off on that. He's not. That doesn't mean he doesn't like Hafiz. It doesn't mean him and Hafiz are done. No, he's just signing off on that.
I'm very interested in those questions because, like, when I would watch Kevin Samuels and God Rest the Dead.
Oh my
and
God!
It was so powerful.
There it is. Here we go again, dude. This is unfucking believable. This is unfucking believable, dude. I now understand what he is doing. He's bringing in all of these outside authority figures. Jordan Peterson, AMS, God, Kevin Samuels. Who's next? Mr. and Mrs. YouTube? Like, this is, like, dude. The reason why he's bringing in these examples is because he is trying to make us, the viewer, think that these people indirectly co-sign on what he's talking about. No. Nah. Nope. Sorry, bro. Just because Kevin came on, just because Kevin went and did the Roommates podcast does not mean he actually liked you as a person, Hafiz. Don't ask me how I know that.
Powerful because he would always push women to being married because he knew the beauty and the value and the protection and the safety, like being a woman and being married. Nobody wants their daughter to be 41 years old, single, baby mama of 3.
Okay, you're right. Nobody wants that, Hafiz. But guess what? We got moms who are on OnlyFans. Most 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s are monetized, and most moms are shitty. So no, moms don't want their daughters to be 41 and single, but they're not really giving them the proper tools. Dr. Durden says Hafiz name drops because that's networking strategy. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what though. To me, that's the quickest way to get disavowed by people is bringing up their names during a crazy, ridiculous rant. Maybe he realizes how stupid he sounds. That's why he thinks he needs to bring these people up.
Nobody wants that for their daughter, especially if they want kids. So to me, I think the part of the conversation needs to be, is this information benefiting both human beings?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Right? Is red pill content, does it benefit both men and women? That's a hell yeah. That is a hell yeah. The red pill started out really just being a way for men to become more attractive to women, right? That benefits men and women because now men are more attractive and women are more attracted to them. Now it's about self-improvement, which also means pointing out the problem. My own girlfriend, anyone who belongs to a red pill aware man will tell you that the red pill most certainly benefits both men and women. Alyssa Drummond, who is married, who's married to a man who drives an Audi R8. She'll tell you the red pill's for both good for both men and women. Mrs. Tomasi would tell you the same thing. Devin would tell you the same thing. So this guy is on here making a one-sided argument. Well, the red pill is wrong because it only benefits one gender. No, it benefits both genders. Jack Vendetta, $2, says Hafiz name drops more than the game. Yeah, dude, that nigga does name drop. Dr. Durden says name dropping is also an attempt to level yourself with those mentioned. Yeah. He's trying to make it seem like he rubs elbows. Yeah, shout out to my guy Amos and Kevin Samuels. And I was talking to Dr. Peterson the other day. Hafiz, bruh, you ain't got that kind of pull. Like, stop, dude, honestly.
Stop the cap.
Stop all of that.
When you're on Team Men, it only needs to benefit Team Men. If you're on Team Republican, it only needs to benefit Team Republican. If you're on Team American, it has to benefit all Americans. If you're on Team Human, it has to benefit both males and females. So that's why I loved her questions, because I think the best, like, I can give my hardcore advice to benefit men, and I know without a shadow of a doubt, the most hardcore advice that benefits men simultaneously benefits women.
One more thing I'll add.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Add to that, and I hope I don't mean to offend you. There's no God in marriage in the United States. So that's
there it is. There it is. There it is. He just said it. So I guess this is the part. This is the part. There is no God in marriage. Let's see how Hafiz responds.
It's kind of misleading, and people will find that out if your marriage is destroyed. You go back to your pastor and you say, hey, my marriage is being destroyed. He has no power over that because it is a state agreement. So I will bring you back to make sure you understand, and I counsel men. There's no God in marriage. That's been gone.
Yes,
Listen,
sir.
it was an old idea.
Yes, sir. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This could get ugly. This could get ugly.
It's absolutely gone unless you
That's
live in
not
an
true.
American South.
So
Most people on the West Coast, many people in the East Midwest, there's no God in marriage. So
break
know
that
this.
down. What do you mean there's no God in
and
marriage?
There's no God in marriage. So people get married. One of the things that they will do is they will seek counsel of the church.
Yes.
And then as such, the guys will give them guidance and it will be biblical principle. However, they will say we can't do anything until you sign this state-sponsored agreement.
That's right.
With family law context.
There you go.
All right? They're not going to have a Bible in there. They're not going to have a Bible in that divorce court.
No, they're
The judge
not.
is not going to ask you,
No,
do
they're
you
not.
like God? And what about God in your marriage? There will be no context to that.
Shit.
And such, what is the overriding principle here?
Does he
your
have a
marriage
point there,
is
Hafiz?
state funded,
no,
not God
like
funded.
he just made a random point that
I didn't make it
absolutely-
random. I told you that
That wasn't a random point. He's telling you exactly what it is.
that this will offend
first,
you.
was I,
and
what
it's
did I
now
say?
offended you.
What did I say? No, it didn't offend me. You're just wrong. Let me say what I was.
Wow, look at this passive dude. Yeah. Dude, this guy Hafiz is a bitch, dude. He really is. Look at this passive aggressive body. Like, didn't offend me, you were wrong. Look at this. Just watch this.
First, was I?
And
what
it's
did I
now
say?
offended you.
What did I say? No, it didn't offend me. You're just wrong.
Yeah. See that? This is the bitch in him right here.
This will offend
first,
you.
was I?
Watch.
And
what
it's
did I
now
say?
offended you.
What did I say? No, it didn't offend me. You're just wrong. Let me say.
Yeah, nigga, you sound like a bitch, bruh. That didn't offend me. You just wrong, bruh. Dude, that sounded like, I'm gonna tell you what. That sounded like a black woman to me. That sounded like a black woman to me. No, I'm not offended. You just wrong. This nigga.
But
I'm wrong. Wait.
Let me finish.
I'm absolutely right.
Let me finish.
There's no God in the marriage in the United
finish,
States.
then you can talk. Let me finish. Then
No,
you can
hold
talk.
for a second.
Let me finish.
Are you going to say there's
can I
no
finish,
God in
Adam?
marriage in the United States?
Coach, finish your point. You're saying
Yeah,
there's no God in marriage in the United States.
Correct.
Got it.
That was
Hafiz.
his point. So
Go
I
ahead.
can now I'm going to talk. So I made.
Oh, this dude thinks he's this dude thinks he's got, you know. Yeah. I'm gonna finish and then you can talk, nigga. Yo, this dude. Oh my God.
a point, and I said, if your truth aligns with God.
Did he just say? Did he say the truth or your truth?
No God in marriage in the United States.
Correct.
Got it.
That was
Hafiz.
his point. So
Go
I
ahead.
can now I'm going to talk. So I made a point, and I said, if your truth.
Oh, dude, unbelievable. This dude said if your truth aligns with God, two highly subjective elements. Wow.
Aligns with God. That truth is most powerful. That's what I said. If your truth aligns with God, meaning
God.
the word that you speak aligns with God, those words are the most powerful. Then he made a point saying there is no God in marriage. So first, that's a
There is no God in marriage.
semantic thing because God is everywhere. Whether God,
He said now he's speaking semantic thing. This guy has no idea. This guy, oh man. Semantics means that when you're speaking in semantics, Hafiz, when somebody says, okay, now you're just talking semantics, it's highlighting a seemingly inconsequential element and really just kind of blowing it up. Or you have like the similar argument. Okay, we're both arguing semantics. We're arguing the same thing. What in the world is saying God, there is no God in marriage? What is semantic about that? This guy needs to really needs to stop using words he's not really familiar with. He's not dumb, but he's not too smart either.
God chooses to supervene in things or not.
Did this nigga just say supervene? Hold the fucking phone. I think I might just have found another one for the soundboard, y'all.
Because God is everywhere. Whether God chooses to supervene in things or not.
This man just sat here and used the word supervene instead of intervene. This guy really, really needs to. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. He's making, dude.
That he made a point saying there is no God in marriage. So first, that's a semantic thing because God is everywhere.
Oh, everywhere.
Whether God chooses to supervene in things or not, I will never be the person that says God is not here. I will never be the person that says God is not present here.
Well, good for you, Hafiz. Good for you. You're a good person. I'll never be the person that says God is not here. Okay, that's fine. I mean, okay. All right.
Could we argue that is God blessing every American Western marriage? Of course not. Of course God is not blessing every American, but
he should, though, right?
Is definitely in my parents' marriage. So when you say there is absolute statements, there is no God in marriage. False.
Listen to this dude. This nigga's triggered. This nigga's acting like a female. Look at the twitch. Look at the twitch of his right eye. Watch this.
Of course, God is not blessing every American, but God is definitely in my parents' marriage. So when you say there is absolute statements, there is no God in.
Dude, this nigga's tripping. This nigga's tripping. Oh my God. Rick Lou says he overcompensates with emotion because he cannot articulate his point. Uh-oh. Like this guy, look, he's trying to argue with someone about religion. You can't do that. Like there is no go. Well, he's definitely in my parents' marriage. Okay, good for you.
Marriage. False. Correct. There is no God in some marriages. There is no God in most marriages in regards to by being there no God, meaning that God's not blessing it, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're saying that God is not blessing what's happening in most marriages, that is a true statement. But to say there is no God in marriages, period, that is a false statement because God is in my marriage and God is also in my parents' marriage. And I will continue to say
Bruh, God's not in your marriage, fam. God's not in your marriage. Hafiz. And you want to know something? God's not going to be there when your wife takes you to divorce court and absolutely rakes you like leaves over the coals. She's going to run you through the mill, fam. And guess who's not going to be there? God. There's not when you're in divorce court, they're not, just like CGA said, they're not opening the Bible in divorce court, fam. And again, and listen, if you're religious, that's fine. I don't want to offend anybody. But now he looks like a religious zealot. You can't tell me that God isn't real and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, fine. So okay, I get it. You're passionate about your religion. That's cool, man. I'm not mad at that. But what he is trying to do is he's trying to use his religion to look down at his nose at Coach Greg Adams. How dare you say that God is not present? How dare you say that? Nigga, shut the fuck up. I can't stand niggas like this. I cannot stand niggas like this. He thinks that he is on this moral high ground. He just thinks he's just a better person than CGA. This nigga, dude, you talk about being in an echo chamber. This nigga's in all kinds of echo chamber and silos. The religious ones. This is fucking stupid.
It comes to even understand the ideas of God. God gives human beings free will. It's a very simple concept. You can freely sin or you can freely obey. And God, like a good father, if you want to touch the stove, you can touch the stove. And so to me, I just think when people make statements like this, how do you expect people to feel? There is no God.
I don't expect anybody to feel. I want them to know. I want them to understand. We want them to know we can't feel anything.
I'm talking, and then you get the opportunity to talk.
Yo, I'd have hit him right here. Like now do you see how disrespectful? I'm talking, and now you get a chance to talk. Ay. Oh, this is bad.
So to me, it's how do you expect people to react? And so my biggest thing is that what I'm only communicating in regards to the marriages is that if you are a man, do your due diligence.
Mental Tales. Or Metal Tales. Mental Tales. Jesus says, Hafiz needs to learn the hard way. He needs to stop preaching to everyone, but I wish him the best. Man.
Be able to see if she fits your life. Be able to see what is her family background.
This is old.
You can't protect yourself 100% from business failure, from friendship failure, from anything in life. But there is wisdom. There is godly principles that you can adhere to that can benefit you. But there's no.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. You can't protect yourself from business and all these kinds of failures. This is crazy. Word salad filibuster. That's all this is.
Absolute guarantees that everything in life will be successful. No one's teaching anybody that.
But and I'm not the most religious person here, so let me just give that disclaimer out there. You either,
Right,
but
yeah.
how I feel like God is all faith. It's all I believe in this, and no
Yes.
matter what you tell me.
Wow, Adam says I believe God is all fake. God damn.
You're not going to convince me otherwise, because this is what I believe. I'm sure that there's tons of marriages out there that they believe they go to church every Sunday, and then next thing you know, they get divorced, and God was in their marriage. So I'm just trying to establish what a godless marriage is, or God-filled marriage is, like how that genuinely curiosity.
So here's what Adam is asking Hafiz. He's asking Hafiz for specifics. Right now he's talking in very nebulous terms. God is everywhere. God is blah, 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 blah. And what Adam is doing now, and he's like, okay, Hafiz, tell me what a God-filled marriage looks like. How do you know that God is in the marriage? What are some of the telltale physical, mental signs how do you know when God is present in a marriage? This is what he's asking him.
Like how that works, because he's saying no. I think what Coach is basically saying is like, look, I don't care if you're going to church every Sunday or not. At the end of the day, your marriage is between you, your significant other, and the
right
state.
Here on earth.
Forget about it.
Not in the clouds. And
that's what he's. That's essentially
did you
what he's
ask
saying.
him a question, or
no?
I'm
just bringing this out to the panel.
What we tell people is that hope is not a strategy.
There you go.
Hope is not a strategy in anything. I hope my business goes well. I hope
I
don't get into
there it
today.
is.
I hope I succeed today. We tell people real life principles, all right? We don't live in the clouds. We live here on earth, whether you believe this is heaven or hell. So I want you guys to understand.
CGA's now taking jabs at him. He's like, we don't live in the clouds. It would be very easy to pick on anybody who acts like this. But dude, Christian zealots are the worst. They're the worst. Dre Raven with the $5 super chat says, God gives human beings free will, yes, but that proves CGA's point. There is not God in marriage, only free will. Guys, I'm here to tell you, man. There you go. There it is.
And you're dealing with earth here.
This
is a reality.
Are you a believer?
Absolutely not.
No. You're not a believer of God.
No.
Okay, but obviously, Hafiz, you are.
Yeah, and
so listen, were you ever?
Ever a believer?
So how can you say that?
Here's the deal. What tends to happen is people are introduced to things based on someone else's biases. Okay, and those biases are introduced to children and so forth and so on. So yes, at some point, that was the only story I knew until I investigated on my own, decided as a man what principles to stand on, and then realized I don't live by hope. I don't live by cope. I live with what's real here.
Okay.
And let's talk about what's real instead of the mystique of this damn thing here. What's real is hope is not a strategy.
So if you don't,
I love it. Can I
see? This is why. And dude, I've been in a religious, and I don't want to make this about me, but I've been in a religious limbo for a while. I want to believe that there's a God. Man. I really do. But the older I get, the less sense it makes. Like, I don't know.
address it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So first and foremost, like I said, it's very interesting. I've always told you got to hear someone's background, and then you know where they lean. That's where you know where their advice gears towards. So it's such a even when I talk about God, Like the idea of God in his brain is not the idea I'm talking about. It's this interesting verse in the Bible. I won't get too lost in the sauce in the book of Isaiah where God is somebody's like farming, and he's talking about the intricacies of farming. And he says, even that wisdom comes from God. God is not the God of get married happily ever after. That's foolishness. God gives you wisdom. What is the wisdom? Actually do premarital counseling. What is the wisdom? Actually be able to decide, okay, if things don't.
That's not God giving you the wisdom to do premarital counseling. Because if God were really involved, he would tell you that premarital counseling doesn't matter. Right? Like, this guy is, oh my God, this is.
Don't work out, what are we going to do?
Chrissy says he seems more religious than spiritual. Wow, yes, that is a very good. Yeah, Mario Sosa says more spiritual than religious. You know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. He seems very, very religious, but not too spiritual. Not too spiritual, just based on the way he's acting here. That's a very good distinction. I like
Kids
that.
going to go? What's the money going to go? Things going to work out. Who's going to be the primary breadwinner? Who's not? God gives you the wisdom to be intelligent, to be able to navigate. Hope is not a strategy. 100% right. Hope is not a strategy. But God's message is not just simply blind hope. It's wisdom. Literally, Jesus said, be as wise as a serpent, but as innocent as a dove. You have to understand.
This guy. Be as wise as a serpent, but as innocent as a dove. Guess what, Hafiz? Bruh, I don't know that you figured this out yet, but not everybody has wisdom. Okay? A lot of stupid people on the planet. Okay? Here's another thought. Not all men are created equal, Hafiz. Not all men are created equal. And if not all men are created equal, then there are different levels of wisdom. See, again, he's talking about these nebulous. He can't give any concrete example. All he can do is say, the reason why you know to do X, Y, and Z is because God gave that to you.
What does a serpent do? He's able to navigate on this earth. So 100% right. No one's teaching hope as a strategy. That's a straw man argument.
Bruh, religion is based on hope. Christianity is based on hope and faith. Having faith in someone you've never seen, never heard, never smelled, etc. That's what's hard to believe.
True godly wisdom is relevant. True godly wisdom is what made Adam a millionaire. True godly wisdom is what made Patrick Bet David build this amazing.
There he goes. When he goes on these rants, he's like, dude, like I think we've pinned down Hafiz. I think we pinned him down. I think his techniques are obvious. You guys remember with Pearl, right? It was insult her. It was tell him that this is not supposed to insult you. Insult her. She'll call him. He'll accuse her of something. She'll call him on and be like, "Oh, we're just playing. We're having fun." Nah, man. Hafiz is as disingenuous as they come, dude. He is as disingenuous as they come. He can't point to anything specific. All he can continue to say, all he can sit here and continue to say is, as long as you have the wisdom of God. Dude, that's not the trump card, fam. Like, he thinks as long as he mentions God, he has, nah, bro, you don't have the trump card, bruh. Not the way it works.
Company. It's actual practical step-by-step guidance that benefits people's lives. So no one's talking about hope being a strategy. Simply pray to God and your marriage is going to work out. That's foolishness. What did I say? Naivete, nihilism, realism is in the middle. No one's saying being naive. So when I'm talking about godliness in marriage, those are certain principles and wisdoms. Is it going to be that if you follow God, you'll never get a divorce? No. There's nothing in life where nothing bad is going to happen.
Okay, so if knowing God guarantees you no divorce, then why are we still pushing them in the same breath?
You can do everything the right way and the wrong thing can still happen. But does that mean you should do things the wrong way? Absolutely not. And so my biggest thing is that we need to give men as much practical wisdom, and women as well, give them as much practical wisdom that can build a healthy,
Yeah, he's triggered as a motherfucker. He's triggered.
Successful marriage. When he talks about don't get married without leverage, I guarantee if he expounds upon leverage, those are all godly principles. Those are all biblical principles that what he's going to describe in what he defines as leverage, being masculine, you know what I mean, protecting your assets, all the things he would describe as leverage, that is godly wisdom. That's
not godly wisdom, that's common sense. Oh my God. We just got Robert Quinn. Oh my God. The Eagles just got Robert Quinn. Oh my God. Oh. Yeah. What? Yo, it's okay. All right, let me calm down. Holy fucking shit. We just got Robert Quinn.
He may not view it as godly because his view of God is just some old white man in the clouds telling you to simply just do whatever you want, right? But to me, true godly wisdom is relevant. It's practical. It improves life.
To you it is. And again, this is all nebulous. What is godly wisdom? What he's trying what he's trying to do is say any wisdom you have is not because of experience, it's because of God. Scotty didn't know what the 20 Canadian dollar super chat says. Thank you. Thanks for continuing the breakdown of this video. I just finished the Pearly Things and Hafiz's video past your coverage of it, and it got worse. Oh my God. I might have to revisit that one again. This might be Hafiz week.
Because like Jordan Peterson.
Yes, the Eagles are undefeated. Dude, this shades of 2017. We were the best team in football, but we went out and we got Jay Ajayi. Yes, we did.
Said it's in line with the truth. And if you're in line with the truth, they can give you the best case scenario. Not a perfect life, but the best life.
You should have been a preacher, brother. You could have killed that thing. I appreciate that.
Every time he likes to slob the knobs. He likes to, this made Adam a millionaire. Patrick bet David and da-da-da-da-da-da. He thinks complimenting his contemporaries is going to ingratiate them. Oh boy.
Let me ask Ali a question. You said, are you a believer?
I've never been exposed to religion,
So
so
you're
I
not-
have
you're
to say
not a
no
religion
because
with-
Stop the cap. See, now she's virtue signaling. I'm not religious because I've never been exposed to it. Bitch, everybody's been exposed to religion. Come on, you live in America. Everybody's exposed to religion. So now what Ali wants us to believe is, well, I would be a Christian if I were exposed to it. Jesus fucking Christ.
I don't want to.
So I'm gonna frame this. I don't want to be inappropriate. You don't believe in God. However, you are married for the past 22 years. So you're in a, I'm just gonna use air quotes, godless marriage, right? You also
I wouldn't call it godless.
Okay. You also do OnlyFans. So there's gonna be possibly people on this panel that are gonna say you're sinning.
I respect that. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
She respects that, but she didn't give a shit. Nor should she. Who gives a shit? I don't care. Dude, what she does in her personal life is not my business.
Again, zero judgment here. I don't give a shit. I've dated an OnlyFans girl. I've dated girls who go to church. I'll date all your girls. I don't give a shit. Okay? I'm human. So when you hear God, no God, sinner.
Jorge Bravo says, I believe in Wakanda, so do I.
OnlyFans, work, marriage. Let's just say, God's looking down, and let's say Ali and Steve are married for the next 50 years. They have this amazing, beautiful marriage. They've got kids. They've made millions. She's blessed the world with kids and grandkids, and they've been married forever. Amazing.
And an OnlyFans career.
And at the same time, OnlyFans and coveting others, everything that kind of goes with that. Like how do essentially I'm asking Hafiz this, but I'll let you answer first. How do you grapple with those two polarizing opposites?
Yeah, I would say our home life and our family structure.
El Myron says, Donovan, are you not making enemies with Rollo by dissing Torsha? Rollo knows exactly how I feel about Tori, and it has not affected our relationship not one bit. You want to know why, El Myron? Because we're men. And men don't allow bitches to come between them. That's what it is. Like the same dudes who say bros before hoes are the same guys that ask, wait a minute, aren't you putting a strain on your relationship? I'm not making it, dude. Rollo is not about to. Oh my God. And again, you have to think about what you just said. Rollo's not going to make me an enemy over Tori. Are you kidding me? Like, what kind of question is that? Like, what kind of question is that? Are you kidding me? So Rollo's going to blow up our friendship over a bitch? Come on, man. No, of course not. And guess what? Myron Gaines does not like Pearl. Myron Gaines does not like Pearl at all, and he has reason not to like Pearl. But I am good friends with Pearl. Do you think Myron Gaines is going to be like, you know, Donovan, you're friends with Pearl, I don't like her. We can't. No! That's not what men do. Jesus Christ, man. Like, dude. Ay. And for those of you guys who Jesus Christ. Just so you guys know, Tori does not look the same in person as she does on camera. I'm just going to let you guys know that right out the jump. Right out the jump. Right off the jump. Real talk. Just putting that out there. But no, I'm not making enemies. I'm not making enemies out of Rollo for dissing one of his groupies. Fuck out of here.
Sure. I do believe in the nuclear family. I believe in, husband and wife. And I think there's probably quite a few godly principles in our home and the way that we feel that are morally and ethically the right way to do things. That's not come from any exposure to religion. It's just what I personally believe is the right way to do things and wrong. And I grew up in a crap home, crap parents, terrible life. And my husband, same thing. So we didn't really have anyone to mold or model that.
Oh, well, that explains it then. She came from a broken... Of course she came from a broken home. She gets paid for doing pornography with her husband, but you still get paid for doing pornography. More people know what your private areas look like than people you know personally. Of course she came from a broken home. That makes sense.
That off of, but I would say our home, it definitely runs that way. For me to balance the two, a lot of people are fascinated by my story because of all the money I make and yada yada and what I'm doing and how do I do it. I'm always more fascinated by how am I the exception to this rule? Because how does a healthy marriage? Because I would consider my marriage healthy. We have a great family. We raised our children. Everything's wonderful. How does this even intertwine into our life? And how do we manage it? And how does my life is it still so normal family in a way? I mean, behind what we're doing behind closed doors is what we were doing anyway. We just have a camera now. But
it doesn't make any difference. We just making hundreds of $1,000s a month, and everybody knows what my husband's dick looked like. No big deal.
I'm more interested in that aspect and the psychology of it because I think
she doesn't care. You don't care about it, Allie. Like, we get it.
Like I said, I can't really label my principles in our household because I don't have a religion and I don't oppose to anyone. I just always live my life by what I feel.
Dude, I swear to God, she makes me want to shoot myself in the face.
And what, my husband and I, what we feel is the right way to do things. And I think a lot of people get really hung up on labels and got to do this. Well, there's these, and I've never.
Sweetheart, see this. Hung up on labels. Yeah, labels is a label that people use who are porn stars. Right? She's only talking about the label of a slut. Right? Like, this is the price you pay.
Never wanted to live that way, and I never have. And so for me, I feel like I am my own religion. And that's just the way the principles that we've.
I think what's so interesting about your story is that it's hard to pin you down. It's like, well, women need to be, obedient and subservient to their husbands. You're like, well, I kind of am. I'm a house,
That's what we're doing together,
right? And women need to be sexy for their husbands. Well, every day, baby, right? And women shouldn't do OnlyFans. It's like, well, I do, and I make a lot of money from it, but I'm also married, so it's like,
she's the exception to many, many rules. And I mean, dude, if this keeps their marriage hot, fine. But there are costs, and apparently the costs are not they're not adverse enough, or they're not the costs are not high enough to the point to where they've got to stop OnlyFans. But it's all out there now.
I
This
you know,
also
it's like,
wasn't my
it's
whole-
very hard to pin you down and say, well, you should do this. It's like, well, it's working for me.
Oh, and a lot of people say, "Oh, yeah, she has no education; she'll go broke." It's like I have a doctorate degree. Like I'm an incredibly intelligent woman. I've done my career. I was in the medical field, and I weighed my options at that point. And of course, a lot of it, I was pushed out of the situation, unfortunately. And I'm not going to play a victim. I seen your show about OnlyFans and victims, and I
Oh, here we go. Here we go. She was a nurse, but she started OnlyFans, and that's why she was fired. Okay, that makes sense.
Who, Hafiz's or Coach?
Coaches, you had an episode on that about OnlyFans girls playing the victim when these stories come out. And I had a very viral story. I certainly don't play the victim, but I do feel, that I was obviously pushed out too early from what I wanted.
Well, sweetheart, actions have consequences. Look, I don't have a problem with her doing OnlyFans, but to deny that it's negatively affecting your sons, and then to make sort of a big deal about the fact that you got fired because you're getting fucked on camera for money, those are costs, sweetie.
To do, I was very.
You would still be being a nurse right now.
Absolutely. I mean, I literally graduated the same month that they let me go. Like I got my doctorate degree. I was going on to do nursing research. So for me, I think a lot of people look at that, and to me, it's just more I'm really interested in how that shift happened. But people think that we have some chaotic life at home and like things are just running wild, swinging from ropes. That I'm like, it's a very, very normal household, and nothing has changed.
Well, I'm sure it is.
There's a
It's
camera.
a very unique situation.
Nothing has changed except there's a camera. That is a big deal.
Very unique.
Go ahead. Final word for you, and then we'll move on to the next topic. I sent you a clip that I sent you on Tyler.
No, I think to me, like, kind of even hearing what she was sharing, obviously, disagree with some of the OnlyFans stuff, but it's my personal opinion. Who cares? But
he disagrees with the OnlyFans stuff. It's my personal opinion. Who cares? This is why Hafiz is incongruent, guys. This is why he's incongruent. Okay? He doesn't like Coach Greg Adams because he is red pill aware. He doesn't like Pearl because she is red pill aware. And the fact that that their belief system doesn't align with his, that automatically makes them an enemy. But here's a woman sitting right next to him who gets fucked on camera for money, which is against everything that God and the Bible and religion says, and that's just my personal opinion.
it's like there's certain principles that I consider godly principles that if you implement them, your relationship will be successful. If you're forgiving, if you're kind, if you're servant-hearted,
servant-hearted. If you're forgiving, no. Depends on what you're forgiving of. If your woman cheats on you, she's out. There's no forgiving that. Now, if you're kind as a man, unfortunately, women look at that as a weakness. So he's already 0 for 2, and then he says a servant's heart. No, I'm not serving nobody. Fuck that. Like, dude, none of this stuff means anything. Forgiveness, kindness, have a servant's heart. What exactly does it mean to have a servant's heart, Hafiz? Like, it's just a bunch of babble. It's just a bunch of babble, man.
It's just certain things that, like I said, it's like no matter, these are what I consider godly principles. So if you're choosing a partner, because you asked about what leads to divorce, I guarantee when you find out what leads to success, forgiveness, right? Servant-hearted.
What leads to success is forgiveness? Really? How is that working out for the men who took back cheating wives or girlfriends? Right? Like, guys, look, what Hafiz does not understand, or what he is failing to leave out, we know how to be good and decent people. We know how to forgive. We know how to be kind-hearted. We know how to do all of these things. But having a successful relationship has more with what not to do, a lot more than with what to do. Most men and women, listen, most people know if you treat somebody with kindness, fairness, and respect and all, like, we already know how to do that. If you do these things, then yes, it's going to make you much more appealing as a partner. We got it. But being in a good relationship has so much more to do with what not to do. That's why this community exists. We all know what to do in relationships. We all know what to do in relationships, guys. But few of us don't understand what not to do that gets you cheated on and losing respect.
And gratitude, right? And all these things are godly things. And if a person has that, I think you'll be able to have a healthy relationship in the long run.
And have you always been a man of faith? Like, you were raised that way?
No. I was raised that way, but I became a Christian, which is interesting enough. I wasn't raised in the church. People think I was raised in the church. No, I came to believe as an adult male on my own, studying the Bible.
Okay, now, hey, I'll give him props on that. I'll give him props on that.
The Word of God. And like, to me, the reason why I'm so passionate about this, because God is really real to me. And I respect how you feel, but like, I know it's like if someone has never experienced love, there's no way you can convince them that love exists.
So now he's saying that Coach Greg Adams has never experienced love?
Someone has never experienced God. It's like God is just an ethereal thing that grandma told you back in the day to make you behave yourself.
Yes, that's what it was. Health is Wealth says you can't be all religious, but then say OnlyFans is A-okay. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So God is extremely real for me.
Do you see how he took a subtle shot at Coach Greg Adams? Well, you haven't experienced God's love, so you can't possibly know.
I experienced God in 19. He really transformed my life. He's why I'm even here today.
What was your aha moment to
I think to
realize God was in your life?
Long story.
Nebulous answer. Here we go.
Story short, like when I realized he was in my life, I think when I was 19 years old, I wanted to play college football. I was playing college football.
Gaptooth Gaines said he said on his own podcast that he was raised in the church. He lied. I thought that I had heard, I thought he said it a couple of times actually. And one time I remember is he said it to Kevin Samuels. He said it to Kevin Samuels. Kevin's like, okay, well, look, I was raised in the church. And Huffy says, yeah, listen, I was raised in the church too. And then they had a dialogue about that. I don't know why he's telling people that he wasn't raised in the church. That doesn't make much sense to me. King Life says Hafiz trying to become a preacher, I think. Congratulations.
I was a typical guy, college football player. You know, I was finally getting girls at that time. And then I just realized that, man, like, I realized that my entire life I lived for me. And then I realized there was something greater than myself. And then, like, I realized if I followed God, like, it could totally transform the way I lived, and especially for obviously what Christ did on the cross. And so to me, when I became a believer, everything changed. I got smarter.
It sounds like he's ego invested at this point. So when people say that they don't believe in God or that they're not a believer or that there is no God, he takes offense to it. Like he internalizes this, and that's fine, but you got to understand. It's not like we're saying we don't believe that cars don't exist. It's not like we're saying we don't believe water is wet. No. There's no proof that God exists other than our existence. And that's what brings me back, is that at some point up the chain of command, there has got to be an uncaused cause. There has to be. But I don't know that the uncaused cause is what Christians are telling us it is.
Like, oh my gosh, you can talk so well. I wasn't always like this. Like when I actually became a believer, that's when I got.
Oh my God, you talk so well. Hafiz, my friend, just because you don't sound like a hood nigga does not mean you're articulate, fam. Okay? I have the best speaking voice I have ever heard in my life. I said it. I have never met or seen anyone on TV, YouTube who has a better speaking voice than I do. I don't give a shit. I'm better than all those guys. Peter Jennings, I don't care. Doesn't matter. I have the best speaking voice I have ever heard and probably will ever hear. Actually, there was one guy who had a really, really good speaking voice. But anyway, now I've had people tell me this my whole life. But what Hafiz seems to not understand is that because he's a black man but doesn't sound like a hood nigga, people are automatically going to assume that he's articulate. Nope. Not going to happen. Hafiz is not articulate. He sounds articulate, but he's not. All it is just a bunch of word salad filibustering. That's all it is.
Smart. That's when I got more intelligent. So to me, all of this, like, that's why God is so real to me, because I know the reason I'm sitting down here talking to you and having this amazing conversation is because of God. And so I understand where he's coming from, that because God is not real for him. Obviously, his life experiences has shown him otherwise, but I'm just really passionate about it because I just want people to experience the best thing possible. And for me, if it's God, I want other people to experience it as well.
Coach, final word on this entire conversation. You can wrap it up, and then we're going to go to play this clip. You got that?
What particular part? What do you want
to
talk about?
You're not a believer whatsoever.
No,
Okay.
I respect everybody's belief system. I've taken a lot of classes and understand the world is very, very large and vast. People have a lot of belief systems. So, my biases about my spirituality is going to be kept at home because this is a journey and walk that I would have by my own. I don't go out and preach to other people about how they should live because in their world or their neck of the woods, that's just not the reality.
There
so
you
I
go.
just leave that and respect people's position on it. And there ain't no need to argue it because we all going to find out one way or another.
That's right.
I'm told you're going to
That's
find
very
out
true.
one way or another.
Way to
and I
end
ain't
that one.
begging.
That's
actually a very
short
good
clip.
point.
Done. Nat, I put a video up there.
All right. Very good. Yeah, it really just looked like more of the saying a lot without saying anything. That's what it looked like to me. Jesus Christ, man. You guys are telling me, I've had more than one person tell me that the rest of the interview got worse with Pearl. It got worse with Pearl. I don't mean to keep beating a dead horse, but if you guys listen, I'll finish it. Listen, guys, I will finish it if you want me to. I will finish it if you want me to. So if you want me to finish the Hafiz versus Pearl interview, if you want me to finish that one, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't, put a 2 in the chat. I'm not going to take offense one way or the other. You guys drive the bus here. I talk about what you guys want me to talk about, not what I want to talk about. So let me know. Give me a 1 in the chat. If you want to see it, give me a 2 if you don't want to see it. And while I am waiting on that, I think what I'll probably end up doing, okay, here we go. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. I've got all 1s and dude, I've got very, very few 2s. Okay, well, looks like I'm doing round 3. Fight. Looks like that's how this is going down. Okay, so I guess tomorrow, I am talking about the Pearl. I'm finishing the Pearl interview because apparently it got really, really bad. I haven't watched the whole thing. Like I just haven't had. I mean, I watched the first 30 minutes because I told Pearl I would. But the reason I did is because she was like, "Hey, did I take the L?" I was like, "No, dude. Like he looks bad. He looks real bad." And at that point, and I know she had talked to other people. I know that she had discussed this with this with other people, but okay, very good. It's hard to watch. Yeah, some guy says it is hard to watch the whole thing. I did it. Man, I'm trying to tell you, dude. I am trying to tell you. Holy cannoli. Man, oh man. All right, well, hey, if you guys want me to finish it up, I will. Like I said, I hate to, continue to beat a dead horse, but if that's what you guys want, that's what you guys get. Guys, be sure to pick up my brand new interactive ebook, How to Properly Vet Women for Relationships. You can get that at howtorelationship.net. Again, if you want access to all of the replays of my dating show breakdowns and my movie breakdowns, become a Sharpstream member or a patron at patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe or sharpstream.com. I think that's all the shilling I can do for now. That is going to do it for this, the 885th edition of TSR Live. Thank you guys very, very much for tuning in. I will see you guys tomorrow where I hopefully will finish the Pearl interview. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.